live. Okay.
Live from New York. It's Saturday. Oh, wait.
I don't think any of us
Wednesday night.
are in
There's
New York.
multiple participants are in fact
it's
wrong.
Wednesday. The most
Wednesday.
incorrect. But welcome to
there's
another
night.
session of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual means of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as.
Carrick Marsk.
We have Kronos as.
Archie Thal.
We have Hatdan as.
Tilde.
We have Marcus as.
Corvus Adoras.
We have Semi as.
Gifton Grace Steel?
Correct. And Tobias as.
Caspia P.S. Steel Shot.
And you have me, Ali, as your friendly DM, who would like to give the recap. Nobody?
I can if nobody else wants to.
I have an inspiration.
So do I.
Yep.
I'm not good at them,
Question,
so
who
I get
doesn't?
yelled at when I do them. So
You haven't done it in so long. I don't remember yours.
We don't yell at you. We just fill in the polls for you. If you want to try.
Do it.
Especially if you have an inspiration.
no. You go ahead. Go ahead, Carrick. Go ahead.
Does Corvus want to?
Do the recap.
Okay. So, start of last week, we started with Lucian helping Talia and I trying to figure out about her mother. Unfortunately, with his books and knowledge, we weren't able to find anything specifically in those. So he came up with the idea of doing some blood magic to attempt to find her, and enlisted me to go get some supplies, which went okay, but we got asked to do it in a nice warded room in the keep. Gifton went to her parents, talking with her dad on the trip there in the carriage,
Yes.
and talked him into, talked him down from being upset or anything. She gave her mom a nice surprise when she showed up and pregnant, and didn't believe Gifton's comment of, yeah, I've got a lot of children. She just thought, you must have lost track of how old they must be. She did tell both her parents some of her adventures in Winden, but not any of the more scary bits and pieces of what led up to them. Did talk about the Drider silk and the special wool that we found, and offered it to Edward. I don't remember his last name, but to Edward the tailor and her mother to try to make some nice things out of. She gifted very much in the process of explaining where it came from. Chloe glanced over pretty much everything that actually happened there because her mom would have freaked out. Then, unfortunately, while I was at the keep, I was told of Dieholm, which turned out to be the biggest Morgani worshipping area of the kingdom, and they did a ritualistic murder-suicide over a week ago, which suddenly got me going, why haven't I heard any word of this? And a comment about they should have sent you sending to let you know something. So we went back to the the group that was with the Capays, let them know about us working on the Goliath issue. That's one of the reasons we're going down there as a group. The discussion of the road that ran through Tarnstead was mentioned, and it was brought up that Gifton and Care have the land there, and we may want to actually make it go around Tarnstead instead of through, possibly hitting their tree. Talking about growing cash crops. Then on the trip back, I believe, for Gifton to the Capes. She used Animal Messenger to send a bird to Elias, which caused all kinds of havoc in the King's Mercy, as Bird suddenly flew through and tried to talk, but was also tried to be chased out of by Elias. We don't actually know if he heard the message. So we ended up catching up. Both myself and Gifton arrived after the first round of food, so to speak. After dinner, Gifton gave the two kids, because I'm suddenly drawing a complete and utter blank on both their names, a pair of wands. One was a wand of conducting, and one was a wand of flowers. She gave the wand of flowers to the Capes' daughter, and the wand of conducting to Corvus's nephew. Corvus,
Actually, a
though,
staff, I believe, of flowers.
that was staff,
Was
not
in
wands.
fact the
Okay.
staff of flowers.
Okay. Staff, wand.
Really, what
Colors.
Corvus gave was the much bigger deal. It's way
Yes,
cooler.
Corvus gave his Tome of Clear Thought to his nephew to explain to him it is very important. I believe he did explain it may be magic, but I don't remember. After the gifts, we excused ourselves to head to the keep because some of us had to go there for the warded room, and I basically said, yeah, everyone else needs to go say hi to Shire Reeve Bill. So we all headed over there. And the process, Lucian found out that we have a Squiggles and a Varel in our party, and was quite surprised to find out that the Blink Dog was following me around and not Gifton. So we get to the keep where Bill and
Chris and
I have
Scribe
Price. Okay. Scribe Price were waiting. The rest of the party, other than Talia, Lucian, and myself and Maris, went out with the Shire Reeve around town, where the rest of us went in to attempt this ritual. We drew the magic circle. Everything got going. Talia put her blood in to it, and it appeared we saw a red dragon eating a white dragon, but then the spell started to go awry, and black started boiling out of the blood in obelisks and such started forming, which caused me to press the away part of the circle. And it freed the regular blood, but the blood that already turned continued to surge out. The four of us got out of the room, watched it hit one, and in a effort to make sure nothing went wrong, Maris closed it and found out that he had prepared explosive ruins in the room, and everything in it was incinerated. I agreed to pay for the damages and the repairs and the reinstatement of the wardings and everything, and was asked, since we're going to Wyndon tomorrow, to take a requisition for Maris to deliver up to the military. Gifton went to the Mirist Church, and I will admit I actually think this is when I stepped away. I had stepped away. All I know is that eventually, I'm guessing she had prayed, and an angel appeared, who turned out to be Lucifer. I unfortunately,
Lucy.
and like I said, was away for this exact part, so someone will have to fill in the Lucifer bit. But I know they had a discussion, and Lucifer does not seem to want to murder us, at least that we can tell.
He only wants to kill Carrick. That was the discussion. And
Okay.
so
Nothing new.
I agreed to it, and it was fine.
Okay.
Sorry, boy, you've been sold up, River.
Day ended up with a discussion with Yamiel about if he and ended up asking if he could be made whole again, possibly, and what it would do. Discussed more about the other Warforged and him. Yamiel basically said that probably making him whole again would erase who he is now and make him who he was, losing all the memories of what he has experienced.
No, he
thus
wouldn't
far.
be losing the memories.
No.
It's just it would change his self because he'd be gaining a whole personality, basically. His personality might change. So the person he's become now might change because of all the memories of somebody else. It's like when somebody has amnesia. Sometimes they're completely different.
Okay, because I had a part.
At least I thought that's what the
might be able to
conversation
get
just
his
was.
Sam
memories
has
back.
Sam has the right of it.
Okay, because I had a whole part here. They might be able to get his memories back without losing himself.
Yes, that is also a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So after that discussion, Yamiel faded into the background and disappeared again, without probably actually moving.
He walked down an alleyway actually to rehide, and then probably promptly came back out of the alleyway and followed till day.
That was right. Corvus, on the other hand,
I'd like to point out, I think certain angels are following certain people because of interests, and Telday is probably the most interesting to the Immor Angel right now.
Yeah. Corvus asked
like
the
you're dead, but you're
Shire
not.
to take him back to the cell he was put in when we first arrived here in Dulvwood all those months ago. Okay, lost track of time. Got kind of combative a little bit, trying to find out why he was specifically put in that cell. And after a little discussing and talking, he decided to see if he could trace the way back for the gentleman that visited him originally in that cell. And he was able to cut a hole and enter into the empty. While going through the empty, he encountered, as I wrote it, Dreamer Carrick. The dreamer that takes in the form
because
of
we can't
myself.
call it like Mirror Universe Carrick because neither of them have a goatee, and I'm not sure which one's evil.
Yeah, I vote I am probably
you hope.
Of the two. Who basically said he wanted to open the hole, and Corvus invited him to try, and he was unable to open it. But he did rummage through what looked to be my bag and pulled out a book and said that this needs to go there so that his friend could get it. Corvus eventually did open the hole and so the dreamer could slip the book through the hole. And then Corvus cut the hole for his exit and found himself in an area he had never been to. I don't actually remember if we said what it was.
It's covered in the banners of the gentleman and stuff like that, and
it was
some sort of room.
Their biggest fan club.
One thing you missed, I'm going to bring it up because I think it's important. Cassiopeia went to the Orland Church and prayed for Michael. Through to Orland, saying, "Hey, have mercy on Michael. This is not what mercy is." Such like that. Basically saying, "Give Michael back her memories." And unfortunately, did not get any response. But she did go do that, and we did find out that the auction of the Landor Manor is happening. No, day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we have
tomorrow we're going up to Winden.
Tomorrow at noon, there is the meeting at Father Stone's for tea at noon. And then whatever we want to do other than the Winden thing, we could do that. But at noon the day after that is the sale of the Landor house. Those are the only NPC scheduled things we have. Anything else is ours. But yeah.
Yeah. The tea came up, though, the previous week.
All right. Have your inspiration. Cherish it. Nurse it.
How do I...
What do you do with an extra one?
No, I know what I do, but...
It goes into party pool.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember...
Well, you go into the party resources and you type
we have
one.
none left.
Yeah, we have none there, so you have one.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay. So.
I finished my cinema roll during that.
Eee.
You had a cinnamon roll?
That's
Oh,
why I
man,
said I
it's
wasn't doing
jelly.
recap. I had a cinnamon roll.
You
Oh,
are
man.
standing in the halls decorated with emblems of the gentleman, rays of books, study tables, various things around you. While a little dim because it looks like candlelight cell, there's actually a bit more light than you'd expect from an evil organization bent on world destruction. It's actually pretty easy to see around. But as you're sort of looking around, anything you want to do immediately?
Cut and dash.
In the 120 feet of vision that he has,
Mhm.
is there anything that denotes something that he should be worried about?
Well, this hall's about 60 feet long, about 40 feet across.
So he's just in a hallway. I thought he
Well,
was
no, a hall, as in a
A open banquet hall kind of thing. But
Yes,
not,
that
not
kind
a
of
banquet
thing.
hall. Like a big room.
Okay.
Big room.
Okay.
yes,
Big room.
a big room.
Just a very big room.
Got it.
Yes,
It'd
main
be like
hall
a meeting.
kind of
It'd be
thing.
like a meeting
Yes.
hall sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing immediate about beyond shelves and some open tomes on desks and so on. There is a central lectern with a book on it, round about in the middle of the room. It's very heavy, very thick, and it's just sort of laid open on this plinth. But you don't see anything in immediacy. However, after a few seconds of looking around, trying to take everything in, you do see that there are multiple doorways, two to your north, set on basically what would be corners of the room, only they seem to have their own walling, it's that cutting into the corners look.
Mhm.
And then there is one to your south.
Two ahead, one to the south. He's going to have the rapier at the ready. He's just going to cursory look at the open tomes.
Okay, so you start looking around on the table. Any you want to prioritize? There's some smaller
He'll make
tables.
his way to the middle one.
The one on the plinth. Okay.
Yeah.
You head over to that one and looking into it, this does seem to be basically a directory of all the books here. Just book names noted down, what shelf they should be on.
Does his father's book have a title?
No, not that you're aware of, at least.
He's going to flip to A's Adder.
A's. Okay. So you flick your way back through the book. And you come to the A section. I want you to give me an investigation check. Okay. You start looking through, and you basically affirm your need to find this. You start looking through for Adalas listed or anything that seems relevant to your father, and you know it's not there. You've looked through this listing so much, so intensely that you are certain if it was there, you would have found it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Books.
And then you start to hear footfalls coming from north.
He's going to turn to face the north.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing this purposely because he's already known that you can't see the rip from that side.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to do the action, taking one last final look around.
Carvis,
Mm-hmm.
a whisper in your ear for the player.
Put
the page back where it was.
He would do that.
I hear another whisper.
No, steal potential important knowledge.
He would.
Get it off the A's. Get it off the A's.
He was gonna put his. Yeah. Oh fuck! Why did I think of that? Corvus would have done
Give
this.
me an
He
intelligence
would.
check.
Also, is Curtis breaking up to anybody else?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Corvus did think ahead. He kept that spot marked with his one of his fingers.
Like a thumb or something.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so you're able to quickly turn the pages back to where it was essentially. And you want to cut already?
Yeah.
You're gonna cut
Cut
into
and
there?
leave.
Where are you thinking of going?
To the exact spot outside of Dovewood.
Okay. That one spot you travelled to before?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So you make a slice in the air and you see the open shimmering portal in front of you. Are you gonna stand there? You can hear distant muffled voices. Judging by the way it's echoing, actually give me a perception check, Corvus. It sounds like they are descending the staircase. The way the voices are bouncing, the way the footfalls sound, they are coming down from somewhere. And it is definitely multiple footfalls. And you can hear a voice.
He doesn't. He.
Mm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You can hear a voice that sounds almost familiar. You rack your brain for it, and that's the voice of the man that talked to me in the cell.
Cellar man. Okay.
And then
he is going to go.
what do you plan to do?
You said a reap something.
In reply, but what do you plan? What are you doing?
He doesn't. So he knows that other people can't see the rip. He doesn't know if his eyes can see the rip, so he is going to go through. He's worried that there's other people in this room or potentially coming to this room that can see, that has eyes.
Okay, so you head for you're stepping into the rift.
Yeah.
All right. The last thing you hear when you step into the rift is a voice that's infinitely more familiar than the one that just talked into the cellar. A voice you heard day after day after day. The voice of Dow Edmonds, replying to this figure. I will be ready for it soon, and I'll be sure that things go to plan. And then you're through the rift.
Okay. And he is not going to dally. He is going to run through, not spend any at all time in here. So there's no instance of time in the mortal plane.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you start running through. Corvus, give me another perception check, please. Things seem wrong.
Oh no.
The lines you're tracking don't feel the same. They don't look the same. The path that you're trying to trace back towards Delwood doesn't seem to match with the path you took before. That marker doesn't look the same.
You're in the past.
He doesn't have any. He has a feeling of that, but he has no solution to try to correct that.
Right.
Yeah.
They still want to head that way?
He's going to try to center his intellect, focus on that point in Dovewood that he came out of, but a day or two ago.
Yep. It's very recent to you.
Yeah.
Right. Give me an intelligence roll, please. Another one.
It's too bad you don't have that really cool feat that lets you like always know where north is.
I do.
Doesn't help
I'm
you.
just teasing.
Okay.
There is no north in this place.
I know. There's a reason.
So you center yourself, and you that is the way to Dolwood. That is the way to Dolwood. Only that's not the Dolwood point, and it's wrong. But it's your only grasp there, And as you start heading towards it, you peer and try to focus ahead, trying to discern what exactly is up here. And hang on, there's more than one point right there. It's almost like overlapping, flickering if you focus.
So 2 exit points in nearly the same
Spot.
instance, but they're phasing in and out of each other.
No, you think perhaps 2. Actually, no, there's a 3rd. No, that's more flickering there. 4th. The more you focus on it, the more seems to be there.
He's not going to open up fractals. Fuck that. He's going to stop intently focusing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of let it empty out of his head. Pause for a second or two in this horrible place. Relax, breathe, and then try to find it.
Okay. How do you relax Corvus? What is Corvus's method of centering himself?
I've never seen Corvus relaxed in my life.
He's going to sing.
Are you going to sing?
He's going to sing a lullaby that his mom sang to him.
Okay. Right. In that case, I would like you to give me an investigation check with advantage, please.
Oh, this is sort of sweet.
Okay, as you sort of stand there singing to yourself in the empty, the sound both seeming to fade off into the distance and just deaden around you. No echo, no reverb, no bounce of sound waves off of anything back to you. You find a soft center of calm, and indeed, Corvus, who does not relax much, you untense a little. And for a brief moment, these patterns in front of you seem to unfurl from that one single spot, a whole array of different moments in Dolvewood. And that one looks oh so familiar.
And it's spider-webbed, and he's going to go to the one that he's familiar with.
And as you move towards the one that you're familiar with, out of the empty's murky, puddle-like bottom, another familiar form starts to arrive. A hound-like tendrils covering it, multiple eyes staring. Missing 2. Directly in front of you.
Oh, it just boiled up right in front of him? Oh,
Maybe 20 meters ahead between you and that glimmering mark of Dolvewood. What are you going to do, Corvus?
Corvus, you only have one thing you can do. Close your eyes and swipe!
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I don't know where I'm going to come out of, and he's already here, so he's going to be here again if I re-enter at a different point.
Well, you might need to just be somewhere and hope for help. Just hope you don't end up sometime else. You might have to wait a few years.
He is going to try to get around it.
Right, so you start to dash into the side?
Dashing to the side, arcing over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so you move, and it starts to move as well. The moment you start dashing through the puddle, the splash of your feet through the empty's murky bottom, it matches your speed. And almost as if it's trying to do its own arc to meet you directly head on, it runs at you, Corvus.
Bonus, I can bonus action disengage.
Okay, yeah. So you're just gonna try and head past it?
Yeah. He, as it's barreling in, he is going to. It's slippery. He's going to slide along the bottom of it, and then stand up, and then try to continue.
Okay. All right. So you try to slide under it as it lunges at you. Corvus, as you flatten yourself to the floor, letting your momentum carry you beneath the beast as it leaps, its jaws snap out and catch the tip of your blade.
Okay.
Only your blade just seems to continue through it for a moment, as if not even intercepting anything. And then, a couple of meters into the creature, the blade feels resistance. And you see the creature's head so far ahead of that spot, tamp its jaws down, and suddenly there is a reverberation through your arm as you feel the blade tip snap.
Oh no.
But you have been carried beneath the creature. You are basically out on the other side of it. It lands behind you where you were before.
Mm-hmm. Back looking, he's going to draw the hand cannon and shoot at that resistance spot.
Okay.
Shooting retreat.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, Corvus. At disadvantage because I'm letting you use the knowledge. Oh dear.
You said
the hand cannon doesn't fire.
Did you say advantage though?
No, I said no disadvantage because you were using a bright bit of thinking to shoot at where you felt that resistance. But unfortunately, no bullet erupts from this. You actually feel just a simple click. The trigger doesn't press correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hand cannon has jammed.
Okay, he's just going to throw it.
Okay, you throw the hand cannon.
Leave that for the dreamer. Nice. We've weaponized the dreamer now. Good job.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
More things about gunpowder.
Fuck it. Throw it at the creature and get to the rip.
Right, you move at all speed towards the exit, and the creature's not pursuing you. It walks forward a little bit, but it's slow and measured. Just watching you as you go, and you reach the spot, Corvus.
He's going to perform the action as best he can.
Okay, so you raise up your rapier, and there is a good 6 inches missing from the end of the blade. Mm-hmm. And you swipe, and instead of that smooth cut that you normally get, a jagged tear forms.
Jagged and yeah.
You go through.
Yep.
Okay, you step through, and this
roll a new character.
Feels rough. You don't just step out into normal space like you normally do. You are thrown
slider style
quite violently.
Oh, season 1 of Stargate, huh?
Yeah, season 1 of Stargate. Yeah, you come
season 1 of Stargate.
But yes, you do. You go tumbling out. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
There an audible crack like a whip.
Maybe, but there also might just be your head hitting the ground.
Sure.
But yes, you hit the ground and go tumbling, managing to tuck yourself so you don't take too much hurt from it. No real physical damage, but it is a rough tumble. And you come to a stop.
Eyes shut.
Okay. What are you going to do with your eyes shut there, Corvus?
He's just going to sit there.
Just going to sit there. Okay. How long for?
Begging. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. You sit there for 3 minutes, tense. Not quite sure whether this is working. Not sure whether it's going to come through for you anyway. I'm expecting any moment to maybe feel those jaws on you. but after 3 minutes, nothing happens.
Slowly open his eyes and look up to where he came out of.
What you see there isn't an open rift, but those lines that you normally track, those spots you see, it looks jagged. It looks like it's been wrenched open and resealed, like there is a wound there.
Mm-hmm. You will look at the rapier.
Yeah, there is that great big missing chunk from the end. No longer coming to a almost needle point. Now just this really jagged piece of metal at the end.
Don't tear up our world with your weird holes now, please.
Better be worth it. He will stand up, sheath the cane, cradle the cane under his arm, open his notebook, start writing stuff down.
Okay.
Walking back to town.
All right. And we are going to go to the rest of the party. All right. Okay. Let's see.
A lot of us were converging at the King's Mercy because some of us were going to bed and some of us were going to go check on a pseudo dragon, a rust monster, and a horse before they went off to go to bed. So
what happens? Unless anyone,
RG wasn't.
Yeah, RG's not.
Yeah, RG went off to have some fun
RG's
times.
off for Whoopi.
Yeah. What happens is those things. You check on the pseudo dragon, who she is very unhappy. She does not believe that being left with a couple of Scotch eggs is befitting.
Nope,
wanted something different.
Has been brought in a lot of tasty goodies that we brought back,
which will eventually settle her with Dingus's little meep meeps and trying to offer things up to her.
Potato and roast beefs and bacon and everything.
And she will begrudgingly take those, and even without Dingus to settle down beside her, which is a rare sight.
All right, we'll let Dingus stay with her for the night then.
Yeah. And the rest of you are able to get settled in. Most of you heading for bed. Carrick. Did you want to grab people?
First off, where's Corvus?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask that. I had a run-in with an owl, and I'd really like to talk about it.
You had a run-in with an owl?
Yes, an owl, Carrick.
An owl, yes.
I had a more pleasant encounter.
With an owl?
No.
Oh,
wait. Yes.
Okay, because the owl I ran into sometimes carries a spear and killed a Telday dead.
I am not dead.
Killed a Telday. We have multiples?
When did the angels become owls?
It's code, and it makes us for gifted. It's a predator for gifted.
Okay.
It's a weak predator.
Because we got the code of Guten Tag, Guten Morgen, Guten Abend for when it's...
He tried to pass that to everybody, but it sounded so weird. And you're not here right now, so this is a different code.
No.
Well, we're supposed to have him check before night, so... Wait, does Cass still have the box?
I could attempt to contact him myself if this is necessary.
Out of character, yes, theoretically, Cass does have the box.
Cass does have the box.
Cass does have the box, but I'm supposed to get back to my mom and dad's though for the night. And it's getting really late. Do you want to try that really quick? Also, Ricky, you still here?
Are you having this discussion up in one of the rooms?
I'm assuming we're having this upstairs really quick while we were taking care of
in that case, Ricky will sort of flutter into visibility.
All right, Ricky, you're staying with Carrick tonight, right?
There is a Bob.
All right, Ricky, I realize there's a communication issue. From now on, when anybody ever asks you a question, you bob up and down for yes, and you go side to side, left to right, or right to left for no, okay?
There is a Bob.
Good.
And then a second, Bob.
A second, Bob. Yes. So yeah, I guess Tilde, if you can do, I don't have a. Cassie, can you use the radio? Let's see if you can hold the Corvus.
Cass will dig through the bag that is slowly filling up.
You're not really putting the radio inside your bag of holding, are you? So it doesn't work. I'm asking this in character.
She has no place else to put it.
You're supposed to wear it strapped
Strap it
onto
to the back.
yourself. It's supposed to be strapped on.
Oh
It's
my.
like a vest thing. That's what Thaldir was doing. He wore it like an extra backpack.
I thought he was just hiding it in his beard.
No, it's just his beard covered it.
Word in his backpack. Just not in the big folding.
Yeah, he had a normal ass backpack.
Yeah, you just didn't put it away. Make sure if you put it in your bag of holding, if we try to contact you, you won't hear anything.
Cass is just kind of giving them this look of, oh.
I'm starting to have worries about you having this.
Well, you have 419 missed messages.
Zachiel, are you
Well-
here?
No, Cass is pulling
never
it out.
that easy. It's never that easy.
Cass is going to pull it out and tune it to Corvus.
Okay.
Corvus?
There is no reply.
Corvus!
You try and sort of go through that channel and just nada.
I shall attempt to contact him then.
Mm.
Can I cast sending using a higher level spell slot because I don't have any of the normal ones left?
Okay.
I have a button for that, but I won't hit it.
That's
Here's
just
the
terrible
message.
quality.
It is. I won't hit it because it's terrible quality.
Tilde.
Mhm.
There is a weird sound in reply. It's sort of like.
The number you tried to call is no longer in service.
As your sending is unable to find a target.
This is unusual. I seem unable to reach him.
Do you want me to scry on him? Maybe I can figure out where he's at.
This has never happened before.
My spell slots.
Never happened to me before.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
Tell
use-
they-
Sometimes
Definitely
it does happen to guys.
As in, if you tried to cast it on me.
I'm burning an 8th level spell slot to cast
spell slots!
scrying.
Okay.
Why are you burning an 8?
Because
Scrying
I've
is
lost all the other ones.
Yep.
They're all gone.
That's exactly why I'm burning higher level spell slots on sending.
I
'Cause
have
Okay.
1/7 now and a bunch of level 1s and a bunch of level 2s, but I can't do anything with anything above that. It all has to be at 8
Why-
or
why
7.
didn't you burn the 7th instead?
I don't have anything at 8th to cast.
So, Gifton.
Well,
worthwhile.
anything from 7th below, but yeah.
Yeah, I was
Fair.
looking at the 8th.
So, Gifton. You try to scry Corvus, and yeah, you can't find Corvus. And you think this would even work trying to find someone that was dead, but it's just not locking onto anything.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, he got a copy of my ring.
Hey, angels! Who the hell's here? What'd you do to Corvus?
There's no reply.
Gifton is tired and bedraggled looking and looks like she's like a moment away from using some really loud thaumaturgy outside.
What? Kay sort of looks a little concerned, sort of putting a hand on your shoulder.
That may not be the best idea.
Calm down. Calm down, hon.
They must have took him when you were away.
Why would they take him? Why would they're here to watch us, right?
I don't know what they're here to do.
Wait, wasn't he with you?
They were saying that they had to watch each other because one of them might act or something like that. It was really confusing that first day or earlier today. I just, what if somebody did something?
Weren't you all together?
No, we left him the last time. I'm taking out my sending stone to the Shire Reef.
Okay.
Hey, Bill, this is odd. Have you seen Corvus? We can't find him anywhere, and we're really worried.
Okay. And within a few moments, you get a he vanished into a cell, like pulled out a sword and stepped through a wall.
All right, Gifted said they're holding the stone, and it looks like she might crush that stone, but she's got a really low strength score.
It appears that he requires a chaperone for all things at this point.
He's in the empty. No wonder we can't reach him. He's still in... Oh, no. He probably turned around. That dumbass! We can't get him! We can't even go get him!
I mean, that thing in there likes us, right? It's not going to keep him, is it?
Didn't you say it was trying to eat your friends last time?
Yes. There's out of character. There was the Azoth was mentioned, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's also the other thing in there.
I mean,
I
maybe
know of only one other person we could contact for information on this.
lady.
Lady.
Yes.
I don't even know what to ask her.
How to
Guess
get
who
in.
has- Sorry, who has the sending stone to Lady Gentle?
You took, yes.
Yes!
My-
You've cost me more spell slots, you son of a bitch!
So to Lady Gentle, I don't have a way to use that.
Hey guys, you earlier probably said maybe you should give her back her sending stone. Next time you're back with the group, if you're back with the group, give back her goddamn sending stone.
Hindsight's 2020, that's for sure.
We had foresight on that, too!
You know, I'd like to point out I was really logical when I was like, "Give me my sending stone back," because you didn't use it immediately when I lent it to you, and I wanted it back right after you used it. And I was like, "Damn it, give me my sending stone back."
Well, you should have stressed that a bit more.
I said I wanted it.
I said I still had use for it, and he said, okay, you can keep it for a little while longer.
Yeah, but before that, I was trying to get it back. All right, so I'm gonna look at Telda and go. If you can try messaging her, I know I can't. I don't have very many spell slots left. I don't manage you do either. Ricky, do you know of any other ways into the empty?
Trying to figure out something.
Ricky Bob's.
Okay, Ricky, can you convey that to Kara without blowing everyone's eardrums out?
There was another Bob before you see sort of Care tilting his head a little bit, and then sort of like putting his face into his palm.
Did he
Says
say
dying.
I was gonna say that was the most obvious one. There was the sleeper. Wow, wrong thing. The dreamer mentioned with the ocular.
the ocular? That'll work. Get that out. Get that out.
Hopefully.
Get that out.
He's gonna
Get that out. Get
reach
it
into his,
out.
haversack. And
Do you have
pull
anything
out,
else like this?
Not that I know of. I don't think the other three work.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the system of how we have to do it, you could try looking at the other two and see if they are, but I think it's just this one. You're gonna pull out the box and pull out the dragon.
Okay. So you reach in and you get out a beautiful glass dragon with its wonky wing.
Waiting for that.
Fucking wing!
It makes it
All right. I am rolling up my sleeves and I'm approaching, rubbing my hands together. Okay. So we're gonna do this in a little bit of hope here, in that I'm not going to look at the dragon. I want the dreamer. That would be good.
Just do remember if anything seems to attack it to stop before it hits it because we don't want to risk.
Yeah, I don't want to break it. But if I see dragon and that's all I get is dragon, I will disengage. Okay, but I'm gonna try. What does the dreamer look like?
Carrot.
Every time I usually am around him, he takes my form. If I remember out of character though, it was shadowy version of me, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so
so
if it takes the form of the person that it's talking to, it'll look like me. Got it.
I can do this.
Yes, I know what you look like, Carrot.
I can do it with the shadow, with like the effect.
But Carrot, I know what you look like.
It's
right.
including the shadow.
Should I
effect.
still send this message, or
yeah,
shall I wait first?
Why don't you wait? I'll waste my spells first, because I say waste.
Oh wait, I take that back. Well, I guess I did that at 3rd level.
All right. Well, because I'm doing this the only way Gifted knows how, 7th level slot.
Mm-hmm.
Detect magic.
Jesus Christ.
This is the highest level detect magic that I've ever done in my life. And, I'll even flare out the wings for extra concentration powers.
That's how you know it's 7th level.
That's how you know it's 7th level. I'm going super fan.
Right.
Oh my god.
Gifton.
I lost an experience for that.
Gifton, please give me an Arcana check, please. You can have advantage on this.
Saying.
All right. I also, before I do this, would have liked to have cast guidance on myself because I knew I was doing something hard.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have guidance, and I have my wheel and woe active. So Arcana. Oh. All right, Arcana, and then I'm going to spend a wheel dice most likely on this. Yeah, no, we're not spending a wheel dice on that. That's right.
You got advantage.
Yeah, I gotta roll that again.
You have advantage.
Yeah, I rolled that normal. I'm still rolling the wheel dice. I'm still rolling the wheel dice because allowed onto it. Wheel dice. How much is a wheel? This is a wheel. Add 6 to that, so that's going to 17. 17. Do I get bardic inspiration?
Did they want to
bardic inspiration, please?
Fucking hell,
Come on,
you make this.
Do this.
All right, how much does I roll a D10?
It
D12.
should be
D12
D10. No,
D10.
D10.
Oh, that's right. You're not sure.
All right.
Yes.
He's not full.
8. Okay, so 8, 17 plus 8 is
25.
25? 25.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so
Rule
through
that together.
pure ineptitude bolstered by fucking magical means and bardic
God, I
inspiration.
need to get detect magic.
Fucking amazing. You peer at this glass dragon,
Wing and a prayer.
trying to focus, trying to visualize the dreamer.
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment, it feels like you're just looking at that starscape again, glimmering spots of light. Before the glimmering spots of light start to vanish, as if something moving in front of them.
Ooh, big shadow.
And then suddenly, your entire vision goes this strange, muddy, red-orange. And something starts to pass in front of your vision.
Hello?
And that
Is this...
visage seems to continue this. There's definitely movement there because you can see the coloration of it shifting a little bit.
Hello? Turn around! I'm over here! Hello?
And then is there anything you want to try and do? You're controlling this sort of view.
Like, how am I controlling it? Do you mean, like, can I pan back?
Angle, draw back, draw forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with my mouse settings a bit and see if I can find a good angle on this.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna camera back a little, trying to see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I think I'm too close.
You pull back, and you continue to pull back, and you continue to pull back. Faster, pull back.
Yep.
And, that's an eye. You can see this strange sort of... It's not really a black dot in the center. This is multitudes of dark colors whirling, but there's definitely an eye gazing back at you.
Oh, you are... Hi, I'm looking looking for Corvus. He went into the empty place where you talked to Carrick. He's the guy with the stick.
Gifton, give me a perception roll, please.
This is like when you show up at a friend's house and some weird person answers the door.
I'm going to burn my inspiration, but on the bright side, I still have guidance, I think. So yeah. Actually, no, I don't have guidance. So, I didn't do that right because I burned my inspiration. So 1 sec. All right. So yeah, that's good.
Hey. Okay. Gifton, you saw stars vanish as it moved in front of them. And it's like, okay, it must be pretty close. But you're seeing stars in front of it as well.
Okay, that's weird.
Yes, for the dreamer.
And everyone else actually sort of looking at this dragon, talking. That dragon is starting to glow.
In what way?
As in, it looks like it's heating up.
So, like glowing reddish?
Mm-hmm.
Look, my friend's missing. He went in.
This may be a problem.
He went in to find a thing, and we don't know what he did, but he went in by himself, and I don't know if you saw him.
Should we stop
We really want him back.
Gifton, it's starting to heat up.
Can I hear them?
Yeah, you can hear them.
What's heating up?
The ocular.
But it's... What?
It looks like it's getting... The glass is getting hot.
Oh, okay. I guess we can't talk this way. I'm gonna break the thing.
The immense form
seems
to be turning.
I don't think he can talk to me anyway. I'm just saying over my shoulder.
Moving towards you.
Carrick, how do you say hello in Enochian?
I would cancel my spell at this point.
Say the word in Enochian.
Alright, I'm gonna repeat the word and then I'm watching what he's doing, but I'm probably gonna end the spell.
It seems to be facing towards you. This you can't see the whole thing. It seems to just be this head. This great big, almost serpentine, almost dragon-like, but it's far bulkier, far more sort of rounded out.
Oh
God, it's the fat dragon.
And as it turns towards you, those poor stars. They are just they wink out of existence as they seem to come into contact with little flares of light.
Oh no, you're just destroying all those stars. Oh, I'm gonna end the spell.
Okay, and you end the spell, and oh yeah, that is a very orange glass dragon. The wings are even drooping a bit.
Oh, now they're even worse.
I am going to send that message now.
Yeah, you send that message. My idea does not work, and don't let I'm not sure if that's a good idea because I think I know what it looks like, and it does not look like Carrick.
We might have actually tried to use it to look for Corvus now that I think about it.
Oh,
it may not be a good idea to use this.
I physically cannot use it again.
And I hate to say this, but you are unable to find your target.
Well, same response.
No, this is small. Feels like it's just being blocked.
It
It's
appears
the carrot.
this is blocked.
Oh, this is not
Similar to
good.
me. We may have to, hate to admit it, hold on.
Who will be breaking it to his nephew?
Let's give it 48 hours. If he doesn't show up, we tell him that Corvus went on an adventure on his own. And
So
he
we
might
should
be
wait
back
to make the
someday.
funeral arrangements. All right.
Yes, we should. We don't have a body, and we should wait.
Empty casket.
I mean, Gifton, you plan still to go to Winden tomorrow, right?
Why are you worried about Winden at this point? Corvus is missing. The glass dragon's almost a smoldering glass wreck. What is?
Because that's where Lady Gentle lives.
I mean,
Right?
yeah, that's where, yeah. All right, who wants to go to Wyndon tomorrow? I'll drop him off.
You do have a better relationship with Lady Gentle.
Oh,
And I know you were planning
very
on.
pregnant. I don't want to go running around Wyndon.
Weren't you planning on getting money out
I was
or
just
something?
planning to send Care to get money, and I was gonna wait at the freaking Ilin Temple.
He also appears to have a
Oh.
good relationship with Lady Gentle.
We don't know that anything bad's happened to Corvus, right?
We don't know anything bad. He might show up tonight, but we'll figure it out in the morning because there's nothing we can do tonight. But stay together, take watches. Ricky, you're gonna have to be the one that checks Carrick over to see if he's inhabited by any strange. Am I still clean?
Ricky Bobs.
Okay, good. So no crazy
Or
creature
mud.
things. Take your ring off. Let Ricky watch you. Tell you Ricky's with you tonight. He's a super amazing guard because he's amazing. I think Ricky's the best.
He likes to watch.
Shut up, Ghost of Corvus.
The dead can't talk.
I'm gonna.
Oh, you can talk.
Tell Day, do you are you gonna stay in one of the rooms, or do you mind watching in the hall?
I can stay in the hall. There is no issue.
All right, I'm supposed to stay at my parents' tonight, or otherwise I'd stay here.
Are you sure you wish to?
Hell hath no fury like my
do you
mother.
like
I
like my
need to
mother?
stay at my thing. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna take out my
You
sending.
are a lady. You can make your own decisions.
Not in the eyes of my mother. I'm still a child. I'm gonna take out a sending stone and go. RG Corvus missing. Cannot reach Scry sending. Talk in the morning.
Well, she does get a reply, so.
Yeah. And RG, you probably have gotten most of your under things off your other respective partner at this point.
I have to roll a very quick check on something.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's in a really awkward moment.
Back there's that quiet moment of just like, and then not reachable. What the fuck is scrying?
Cannot remember scrying. All right, expected RG answer. All right, she's at least brought up to speed. If you want to tell her more, you can probably use the handset radio. But we're gonna go do our thing.
If one of them raiders are, I'm absolutely using the line of, you have to speak up, I'm not wearing any pants.
Oh, and if anybody's feeling inclined, I'm pretty sure Raz would appreciate some prayers. I'm gonna wave. I don't care.
Care will take you to bed.
Well, he's gonna take me back to mom and dad's to bed.
He doesn't want to go there, but he goes.
Our other encounter, but we shall do so at another time, I suppose.
Oh, what was the other encounter? The thing is I can't tell you if we have an empty room right now. We might have. Ricky, can you tell if there's other angels in the room?
Ricky looks around. It seems that sort of hole of fire.
Rotates.
Rotating slightly, and then it bobs a bit, and then sort of bobs side to side, and just starts going in circles.
Are you saying, Ricky, that you can look about the same way we can, and that's about it?
He's saying he doesn't think there's anybody here.
Okay, it's possible they could be hiding from him. Maybe.
Ricky bobs.
All right. Well, what was your encounter? We might as well just talk about it. We've already just had a panic attack about Corvus being whatever's Corvus going on, and so they've got some meaty things there.
You seemed more concerned about your encounter, but
I'm alarmed just because of the encounter I had with that angel previously, and they don't remember it because it didn't happen. Do you understand?
I see now.
It was the one that killed you the other time. And that's very upsetting for me.
I am sorry.
As I didn't like to see you die.
I'll be
I shall
right back.
endeavor not to die again.
Okay, but if you see an angel named he's really handsome. Not like
That is not a name.
no, but his name is Lucifer. I should not have just said his name.
My helmet!
Yeah, but Lucifer, I ran into him at the. Well, I went for a penny and for a friend at the marriage church when I was praying there on the way back, and he seemed very curious about what was all going on, and I was a little taken aback when I first saw him, and I actually feel a little guilty of it in hindsight right now, because usually I'm a lot nicer to angels, unless, I'm being kind of, a bit cocky with them like I was with Zekiel, but I'm usually a bit nicer and kind of like, oh, hey, I pray to you sometimes or something like that. But it felt really kind of strange and awkward, and I didn't know how to talk to him. And the next thing I know, we were parting ways.
I see.
You think it would be really bad to pray to him and be like, hey, is it okay if I pray to you sometimes? I mean, that's wrong.
The gift solution.
But okay. So you pray a lot, and that's great. But maybe not that one.
Okay, well, if you say so. It did feel kind of like you were staring down a cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is good you did not.
Mm. But how did yours go?
It was much more philosophical and pleasant.
Oh, who
It
did you talk
appears
to?
that the owl of death that we knew earlier.
Oh, he actually seems like, other than being kind of really duty bound, he's probably fairly nice.
It appears that they are not hearing the entirety of the situation involving our benefactor.
Oh, I doubt they are. We should endeavor to say as little as possible.
Perhaps we should endeavor quite the opposite.
I'm not sure.
They do not seem to be aware of what is going on and what stakes there are. Some may be willing to assist.
Remember, this happened before? And some of them, well, all the ones that are still angels picked the side of the gods.
Well, they picked the side of the gods not knowing the truth, right?
Well, I mean, they picked the side of the gods knowing that. Well, I mean, we don't know what they knew. We just know that Lalasil decided to say, I don't want to destroy and kill all the people and eat all their souls. And then,
A bunch of archangels
rebellion
from other
shit
gods
happened, and a bunch of angels
ship.
jumped on board and decided to run with it. And then they all went down in a steaming pile.
But if they do not know that, or they have no memories, they are not the same people they were at that time, and they may make different decisions.
You might be right, Tilde.
You think so?
If they're capable.
I cannot
mean-
assure that I am making the same decisions that the other form would have.
He's got a point. He isn't making the same decisions as last time.
Well, I think he means before
Either.
that even.
Yeah.
Both are apt.
Yeah.
And we do know from what we've heard that the
And also, they might feel a bit hurt to find out they've been getting wiped and that their brothers and sisters have been punished that way. But they're not going to believe us. Why are they going to believe us over the gods?
Some appear, at least the one I spoke with, to also understand a duty to mortals in addition to their own god. Appeared to consider which one was greater.
Mm.
which would be why some sided. originally.
Indeed.
And I guess more time has passed this time, so they've had more time with the mortals?
Yeah, hasn't like civilization gone on more?
Thousands and thousands of years longer or something like that, Raz said. Like civilization's gone, and they've also not had the other angels previously that they would interact with around, so they've all had to probably do more.
So maybe he's right. Maybe they are different.
Yeah, maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know the best way to approach this though, because you talked to the wrong angel, and I don't want to see Teldeana spear again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I think about telling Lucifer that stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to tell him. I mean,
What about the one you talked to? Just looking at you, Telde.
It is unclear the conclusion, but they appear to be considering.
It might be a thing to not open up with it, but
Case by case basis, judge it
Yeah.
as it happens.
yeah.
and lead towards it without giving too much away might give up who can and can't. I mean, they already said it
Think we can
sounds
tell
like
Zachiel? She seems a little aloof.
that could go either way. I think it's
Hmm.
finding out as we go.
Yeah, I think that might be a good thing, Tilde, but don't jump into it. Take it slow. Build some trust, maybe. I don't know if that's even possible. You can try. I mean, anyway, I gotta get back. I am way past curfew. Oh,
And
can I still
yeah,
get? Can I still get grounded?
that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes.
What?
Not having to go out, not having to do crazy stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Trust me, they can still try to ground you.
Okay, well we're gonna go do that. Dingus is gonna stay here. Can you make sure him and Dazzle get a good breakfast in the morning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for the love of the gods, please make sure Dazzle gets a good breakfast in the morning.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. And I went out and sang a lullaby for the horses. I'm hoping that acquiesces them a little bit. We'll see. But remember tea at Father Stone's tomorrow. We'll meet there, and then if we haven't seen Corvus after that, we'll handle
Are
Wyndon.
we meeting him at the church? Or
I would presume he lives at the church.
No, he lives by the church.
I thought he lived
No,
at the
we are
church.
not doing fucking Shakespeare right now.
I'm gonna, I guess, do this, and Carrick's gonna take his ring off, look over at Rick Beale. Am I clean?
Rick Beale looks you over, then bobs a bit.
Is it possible to tell with this? Points at the orrery or whatever. Yes, that's it.
Rick Beale zooms down to look closer at that, and then just sort of turns to look at you, Tilde, and it's almost questioning.
I am unaware of our capabilities in this regard.
I'm unsure.
He says it's glass.
All right. Well, I'm not doing that again.
I will speak with Grandma tomorrow morning about this and a couple other things. I'll see if she can give me any more information about what these might be, because I don't know anything more than what I've been told.
Oh, if we do run into Lady Gentle, we should totally snipe that book from her, because maybe we can use it to use the back doors into heaven.
You're talking about
the book she wants to translate?
Karen's looking towards the window worriedly.
You're talking about the one she wanted us to translate.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk to her. It might have other ways into the empty.
I'm pretty sure Zachiel was there, honey. She would have totally come in here by now because I have tried so hard to get her attention because I would totally talk to her if she was here, but she's not. She's probably watching RG and Marissa right now.
His face contorts a bit like, that's obscene.
They like to watch.
Oh, we're going home.
Wouldn't that be more
Everyone, just live in comfort knowing that we stay in a very small bedroom that she can't get into.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if they can pass through things, you just put her head directly into it.
You never know; they might be able to shrink.
Wake up one morning, just have a giant eyeball looking down at you.
I'm already gonna have that nightmare tonight. Don't need that. Yeah. So
wake up.
Gifted in care as exit stage right.
Yeah. So Ricky's coming with us. Talia sort of asked nervously, looking at the floating orb of fire.
Ricky, would it be better for you if he was invisible?
No, he's okay. He's kind of bright.
It's hard living nightlight. It's like having a lantern burning in your bedroom at all times.
But she will get up and sort of take your arm.
Head over to our room because
Yeah.
I figure we were in.
And Rickby follows.
Shit.
You have
Is
arrangements.
Dazzle in our room?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
So this is your room, actually. Everyone get out.
I was figuring we might be actually in the other room just so we weren't.
I figured honestly we just
I'm
took
going to the
rooms
hall.
and that was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Cassie.
But basically, you all make your way to your sleeping arrangements. Telday, you taking up post outside again?
Yep.
Okay. All right, and Carrick, you are going to sleep without your ring on?
Do it.
No, going to sleep with it. 'Cause I'm figuring sending is not going to happen all the night.
Okay.
Unless it does.
God damn it! Don't give me ideas. Fuck it. We're gonna keep the ring off tonight.
Yes.
We'll try this.
I win.
All right, you keep the ring off tonight. As you all settle to sleep. Carrick,
Yes.
you feel like you are floating. Your body weightless, suspended in nothing, surrounded by darkness dotted with twinkling lights. You feel yourself turning, and coming into view as you do, you see it, a big, beautiful orb that you know is your home, your world. Despite it being so far away as to make it look like you could hold it in your arms, you feel peace gazing upon it, and the twinkling stars around you. As you look to one of those dots of light, it winks out of existence, as if smothered by something you cannot see. And you wake up. Or you would, normally. It continues, and you start to feel almost aware that this is a dream. It feels so real that you can't stop yourself looking to one of those dots of light. And then another one goes out, and another. As they wink out one after another, you can feel a sense of dread building within you, and that desire to wake up. But you don't. And then the last one goes out, and all that's left is that shining orb of your world, seeming all the brighter now it's alone in the dark. You feel yourself drawn towards it, towards home, that bright orb luring you. And then you realize you are not alone in that. Shapes move in the dark. Your mind seeming knowing that each come from those snuffed out lights. Your mind screams at the mere suggestion of their shapes, and you think the gods that you cannot truly make out their forms. And far past Okria, space itself seems to split, creating a new horizon stretching out infinitely off to your left and right. And then the horizon opens. Space lifting, peeling back to reveal a vast, impossible eye. Its red and orange hues more alive than anything you've ever seen. Its burning focus fixed upon your world. Its attention fixed solely on Okria. And you stay asleep. You stay gazing at this unblinking eye. And its attention seems to drift from the world to you. And you can feel something pressing at you. not at your body, not physically, but something pressing at your soul, as if trying to get in. And then the eye slowly drifts shut, melding back into the blackness of space. And that's when you'll wake up.
Character dreaming again.
Yeah, and then that's. Damn it, Shoran, stop looking.
I see.
How early is it?
You sit up in bed, and you can see the beginnings of sunlight. That very faint early morning light coming in through the window. And then we're leaving you. Corvus.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought someone was saying that. I'm like,
So you've come back through your portal. You've had your scary moment of the eyes shut, and after a moment, you think, "Okay, I need to note down what I've seen." You start, getting your journal out, writing down about this creature, about that seemingly solid point you're able to hit, and then you squint at the paper a bit. Actually, hang on. It's sometimes a little strange to make out because of how your vision is now, but it's bright out, and you left during the night.
He will take a double take and kind of look around.
There's the sun cresting over the horizon.
Ah,
That's definitely not the time you left.
he's trying to recall the hours. It's like, okay, so we went to the Capace, adventure from the Capace to the Keep, talked to William, talked to William in the cellar. So it should be
It should be about 10, 11 p.m. at this point.
10, 11, yeah. And Keen Mind knows what time it is, looking at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Ish.
Looking at the sun-ish.
I mean, your eyes
It's
may not burn out.
between,
Yeah.
it's about 6:30 perhaps.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple exit points of Dovewood. The place is in a different space and time. That's what the dreamer says. Ooh.
Corvus. Intelligence roll. Okay, so you've come out at the wrong hour, and then there's that slightly worrying thought of, what if I've come out at the wrong day, wrong week?
Wrong year. You should find out more. See what's going on. Alright. King's Mercy. Let's see if Elias is there.
Okay. So you head into town, yes?
Yep.
Right. And you head into town, and immediately there is a slightly relieving sight of scorched buildings that have been fixed up. Some still in ruin, although cleared up so that they won't collapse. The aftermath of the attack. That gives you a time frame, at least, that you know. A broad one.
Couple months. It's better than a couple years.
And you continue your way to the King's Mercy. And, okay, there it is. There's its signage. Oh, there is the carriage outside. There is the Fardo.
No. It's like, this is the gods. Okay. I never told anyone what I was doing. Yeah, I'm gonna get yelled at. Wonderful. Go inside.
Right, you head on inside. Yes?
Before you went in, Corvus, you should have done perception to see what state the Vardo's in.
Montana.
Goes inside.
Yeah, it goes inside. Vardo's
Yeah.
there. Who cares?
And you head on inside. So, Carrick, you've woken up. It's morning. You can hear that horrible scraping sound of furniture being moved across wood downstairs as Lyra starts moving things about for the morning.
I'm gonna be. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that say that she's asleep still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look over are Dingus and Dazzle still asleep?
Dazzle's asleep. As you start to shift about, you see the Dingus like open up a single eye, looking
Yeah.
over at you,
He
Kind
only
of
accepts
motion him
food.
to go back to sleep.
and he just sort of cuddles himself in against Dazzle a bit more.
Where's Where's Varel at this point?
Pharrell
Also,
is splayed out on his back. That really comfortable,
Yeah.
relaxed sleep dogs have.
bed or floor?
Floor.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see the rust monster just sort of trilling at the door. It looks like it's trying to reach out for the door handle.
Gonna
It too plump to reach.
no, it's too small to reach. I'm gonna carefully get up without waking Talia.
An easy feat.
Can you move through the room without waking Varel?
He's a pretty good stealther, I'm sure.
Bet.
Oh.
Pretty decent question.
When you step about, Pharrell does sort of roll over, giving that groggy sort of perk up, and then a little yap at you.
Gonna do animal handling.
Mhm.
Try to keep him quiet.
Yeah, and he just wiggles happily to see you in the
Clatter,
morning.
clatter, clatter, clatter on the wood floor. Dog nails.
Mhm.
Gonna wander over.
Lucy
I'm
doesn't
gonna
understand why I don't like dogs.
gonna get Squiggles some of his food out. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we got a partially eaten bar someplace. For
Yeah,
it.
he's been working on a couple bars.
Iron
We've got, we've got-
shavings, hasn't he?
We've got like 20 iron ingots that he's been going through.
Yeah.
He's got plenty. He's fine.
So
Just pull one out and feed it for him.
Put one down over away from the door because that's how I figure we keep him from trying to sneak out.
Yep, and he happily sort of does his little strange hop over to it, and starts just feeling over, starting to melt it down.
Oh my god!
Treading happily.
If we keep feeding like this, it's gonna start rolling everywhere.
It's gonna turn into a roly poly.
I mean, it'd be amazing to have a little rolling ghost monster. Character.
I guess it'll be a bangling. Sorry.
Oh god. Korik. Wow.
Korik? Let's not do a Korik.
Yes, gonna get dressed.
Okay, I'm back. I think my connection hiccuped briefly.
Okay.
Oh no.
Karik, what was the last thing you heard me do?
Leading Squiggles away from the door.
Okay. I'm good. Then we were just moderate. It's good. We were just PS.
Well, hopefully you're just leaving Squiggles in the Bardo though, because that's where we leave him. Because I don't want to leave him in the King's Mercy because I'm worried that he might.
So we probably should skip the whole Squiggles in the room then.
Yeah, Squiggles wouldn't be in the room. Squiggles will stay in the Bardo because that's. I'm not going to bring a monster into the Mercy.
Okay.
Eric brought him in for some reason.
Oh, Squiggles.
I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he would be acceptable to bring into the King's Mercy. I don't know if they'd let us.
We'll have to find out at some point. But okay, so I don't put an ingot out for Squiggles because Squiggles isn't there.
He has one
I'll
out in
go
the
check
Bardo.
that
He's fine.
after. Gonna get dressed and head on down to get some breakfast for us.
Okay, you head on downstairs.
When I woke up, did I see the little spitting, glowing fireball?
You did not, as he had been requested to be invisible.
Before I go down, Rick Bill, if you're here, turn invisible, please. for a moment.
And Brickbill flames into existence.
Okay. Just wanted to double check you were still here. Did I do anything odd last night that you saw?
He bobs.
Did I get up and do stuff? Do
He
anything?
bobs.
Where did I go within this room?
He just looks towards your dresser.
I'm gonna head over to the dresser.
On top of it, there is a little brief of paper.
I'm gonna look at it.
In crude handwriting, as if not entirely used to writing, in fact, just scrawled the words, "I see the way."
Is it an Enochian or something else?
It's actually in common.
You said it's I see the way.
Mhm.
The reading's still off. Rick Beal, is there anything in me right now?
Rick Bill moves from side to side.
Was there anything in me when I wrote this?
He bobs up and down.
Was it what you saw last time?
He bobs up and down.
Well, that's not scary at all.
Well, I mean, we already knew. Well, I was pretty sure he can pretty much possess whatever he needs to, even possibly with the ring on.
Probably helps though.
Yeah.
Well, go downstairs and do what you're gonna do.
Yep.
There's nothing to do about
Put
this
the
now.
ring back on and head on. Actually, I'm gonna leave the ring off for now.
Yeah.
Gonna
Dude,
head
you might
on
have
downstairs.
messages.
Exactly.
Just a quick question: is the stream still dead?
It might be.
It came back up.
It is.
Okay.
It's probably
Okay, good.
fine.
It's the recording that matters anyway. No one cares about the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andy does.
Tilde,
Yeah,
you
at
see,
least one person
you
does.
see Carrick step out of his room.
greetings, Carrick.
Morning, Tilde.
Any trouble?
Dreams, and it looks like our friend left another message last night, but
At least he didn't
it's
destroy
clear right
furniture.
now.
I see. Would you prefer that I stay here or follow you?
I'm going. That's up to you. I'm going down to get some breakfast for the pseudo dragons and Talia and me and Varel. Should and I've got to try to get a hold of Grandma Lynn and try to find some stuff out.
I'm assuming you're just wrapping your scarf on as you say this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You wrap your scarf on.
And heading down the stairs to.
You head on downstairs. Your footfalls, rather follows on the staircase. That thump, thump, thump. The creaking stairs. Corvus, in the King's Mercy, seems empty. Actually,
Elias?
that's empty. Empty. You look back out on the streets. Why didn't you see anybody when you were coming into the city?
Oh my god, you're in the upside down.
And yeah, okay, maybe people are still asleep. You normally see some early morning workers out and about though, people getting about their day.
Elias?
There's no answer.
He will approach the bar, go towards the back end of it.
Corvus is really breaking up for me.
Yeah, you're very
Yeah,
much breaking
same
up.
here.
Can we swap server?
Yeah, let's give that a shot. US Central.
All right, so remember, Corp,
Let's see if that helps.
we go find
All right.
Barb.
Go, buddy.
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. Did that come through?
Yes.
Okay. Elias, are you back there? Hello?
There is no answer, Corvus.
Nobody on the streets. Nobody in the King's Mercy.
Corvus, that shadow that's been cast into the doorway by your own body, some coming up, seems to be diminishing a bit as it gets brighter behind you, that light overwashing the shadow.
That shouldn't be right. That would mean that there's light in here, and there's not. There's light outside. It would be a hard shadow lengthening, not fading.
Unless you get enough light, which can overwash.
Yeah, too much light, yeah.
And the light through the windows, you can see the interior getting brighter and brighter.
Kept turning around.
Thankfully, you don't have normal eyes, otherwise this might be a little uncomfortable. But you see something descending from the sky. Wings flaring out. This beautiful, almost crystalline-looking dragon. This bright white glow from it, like energy. Setting down into a swoop beneath the city, coming down lower and lower, getting bigger and bigger. Until it lands where Dolph Keep is. Its large claws sinking stonework, the building actually starting to crumple beneath it. And it looks around, these almost red, bright eyes set into this beautiful white glow, appearing, 6 of them. And then it starts to inhale.
What are you doing here? He's going to go deeper inside to the basement.
Okay. You head deeper inside into the basement, rushing downstairs. And as you descend down, you hear this great big screech of energy lashing out, and then the strange sound of water evaporating up into steam as it must have hit the river.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear stone fracturing. Maybe warehouses holding grain. There's a strange pop briefly, in fact. You can hear the city being raised above you. And heading down into the basement, it's getting hot suddenly. And there's an odd thing down in the basement.
What's in the basement?
Pinned to the wall. A note.
Goes towards the note. It's the only thing that's standing out in this place. Except for the fucking dragon.
Corvus is getting hotter and hotter and hotter as you head towards the note, and you can feel flame above you, and the stonework above you is starting to glow.
He will run, grab the note, and as he's unsheathing the rapier, it's his only escape that he knows of.
Mm-hmm.
And he's grabbing the note on the way.
Okay, so you grab the note, and you pull your rapier out, and you slice.
Yep.
Okay, you slice through, creating another of these jagged tears, and you throw yourself in.
And as you do, see on the note, whatever you do, don't use your rapier.
And you are thrown once again, landing in the wet of the empty. Tumbling over a few times, and then landing at perhaps a rather exacerbating sight, the feet of Carrick, who was just looking down at you with a smile.
He's smiling?
Mhm.
Oh.
Showing those jagged teeth.
You, Carrick, right. Ugh. So, how's it going?
Very good. And you?
Having a bit of trouble, honestly.
Yes, you are moving more like me. I am impressed.
How?
You exist in the right frame. You are going like this, and it just sort of holds up a finger, sort of pointing, and just moves its finger along it, instead of the way you've moved before, which is, and just sort of waves its other finger about its finger, as if it can't find a path. But I am learning how to do that now.
You are. That's splendid. I am guessing I'm learning how to do what you are doing, which is disconcerting.
But you are breaking things.
Yeah. Kind of happened when Azoth, do you know what that is?
No.
Kind of broke the rapier. That allows me to do this.
The thing you used to slice.
Yes.
Then perhaps you need a little help again.
I would question the again, but at this point in time,
Helped you find that 1 point you needed.
yeah. 50? Or did I? Oh, yeah. Okay.
He
Yeah.
pointed exactly to you.
Yeah, that's right. Got it. Yes. Yes. It appears that I do.
Then, where do you wish to exist?
Dovewood.
And what is the word you use? When?
Oh, I thought he was asking for please.
I was hoping for please.
Yeah. The date of the time frame that he's from, since I don't play or know.
How are you trying to explain that to him? Did you just give him the day and time?
But see, he doesn't have any reference. That's the problem.
Right after you saw him.
When I came in last time, and I helped you open the rip to give the book. Do you remember that?
To exist, then.
Yes.
Yes, I understand. But you already existed then.
At a further time, couple instances after, but after I entered this place.
Instances. The passing of moments negligible to oneself, yes.
Yes.
I can give you the passing of negligible moments. And
yes.
He is just going to start walking along.
He will follow.
And he takes you to a spot where you can see, oh god, it is that mess of Dolpwood again. And he just seems to be looking about before he just taps a finger. This is but a moment after you came here.
Why is this like this?
Like what?
The variations, when I put my attention to Dolefoot in a very stressful situation, I saw all of this, all these points, all going to one spot, but different times, yes?
Time, yes.
So this has always been here.
Yes, this is what I see and exist through. It is like going from here to there, and it points back where you'd walked along.
Mm-hmm.
They are one and the same.
Not to get philosophical about time travel. Right.
Be very careful with the opening. You're not as pinpoint as before.
I come to realize that now. Seems that the damage inflicted upon the blade may be more than what is seen. There's something inherently broken with it now.
Perhaps I do not understand the things you make.
I know who does, though. Is there anything that you need of me?
Company.
You understand, however, that myself coming here or Carrick is going to be riskier now.
Why?
You just said that I am breaking through instead of coming through easily.
There is no risk in that.
To him.
To you, to us it is. We can...
Every rip, every tear, I can feel it and I can understand where it is and when it is, and I perceive more and more of what it is to be linear.
Interesting. If we give you more points, you can establish more of this linear path, and
If you
give you more of a realization of your surroundings.
If you rip and tear, I can take the understanding, and I will not need the mask. And he just sort of gestures at himself. I will not need the rest. The ones that follow you. They will be insignificant if I can learn another way.
It's good to know. Knowledge is powerful in that. We can figure things out from it, and hopefully with this, there is something to be gained.
Everything is to be gained.
So Giston's having nightmares.
Yeah. Corvus will kind of sympathetically nod to that, and be seeing you, I suppose.
Already, yes.
Right. Thank you. As he goes to the location.
And he watches you very intently as you draw your rapier and cut a little carefully at the point he'd mentioned. It's still jagged, it's still imperfect, but as you step through and are tossed out, there's already the welcome noise of traffic.
Oh, sink. Excuse me.
Yes?
When is the Landor house going up for auction?
Oh, tomorrow, I think.
Oh, splendid. I've made it just in time.
You had a long journey, friend?
Quite a long journey. It's enlightening though. Sorry. Thank you for your assistance with that. He'll give him a silver.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the man holding a wagon along sort of takes it quite happily.
Don't mention it.
Oh, it's Christmas Day, my lord.
Right.
Fair travels to you.
And you, sir?
Oh, digs in his pocket the note. What the fuck is this?
Corvus. The note just has a date at the top of it,
Okay.
which seems to be next year's date.
Okay.
And it has listed on it the 22nd of Erstentil. The dragon arrives. Get everyone out. Signed, Corvus.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, Bill and Ted.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Aww.
Aw.
Oh.
Early. Really early.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're not going to end there. I just really wanted to say it because it felt so perfect.
Oh god, you're
That
right.
is-
I was like,
that
I
is
was
a
sitting there
good
going,
ending.
oh man, we're like an hour and 50 into game and she's killing it. No.
But we
We're
are
about
going to take a
2
small
hours.
break as we need to try and address some connection issues.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Right, we are on intermission.
All right.
And we're back.
And
Right. Corvus,
Indeed.
where are you heading?
Where am I? I'm
Um,
outside the west
it seems-
east gate.
Yeah, outside the escape. It seems to be at the same time as you arrived last time.
So morning still of the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, so this definitely isn't a few moments in your mind after you'd left, but at least it seems to be fairly close.
Auctions tomorrow. So on the same year,
Mm-hmm.
same day, he's they all went to the King's Messy. Tea with Stone in the afternoon. Should probably go to the King's Messy.
So you head towards the King's Mercy, and
Yep.
this time around, there are people in the streets. That's nice to see.
Yeah.
People just going about their
Hello.
business.
Good morning.
And,
Dragon
um,
descends from the sky, incinerates them all.
Carrick, as you're sitting down for breakfast, Cassie is starting to rouse at this point as well. The smell of cooking food. Corvus walks in.
Oh, it is so good to see you all.
Into the
Well,
building or into Cassie's room?
No, into the building.
She's in the Cassie's room and drops his pants.
Nope. Nope.
Dan, you're
well,
muted.
We now know that you're alive.
Yes, quite alive.
There was concerns yesterday.
I imagine
Find
so.
you anywhere.
Yeah, sorry about that. Is it just you here? Is everyone else?
As far as I know, Cass slept here, right? She didn't
Mhm.
want to. Cass hasn't come down. Telday came down with me, didn't he? Or
No,
did
I
Telday
stayed
stay
up there.
Telday's still up outside my room, and Talia's asleep. RG is off with Marissa, and Gifted and Kiara had to go back to her parents' house.
Good. Everything is still in order.
So Okay.
Yeah. So.
This sounds like something that we may need to discuss when everyone's here.
Yes, we do.
Good, because there's other. You do know
Elias!
he has the scarf on, by the way.
Yes.
Could I have one of your strongest L's of sorts?
Oh, great. He's
Really, at this
drinking.
hour?
Yes.
Sure. And he'll pour you an ale. He gives Carrick a little bit of a concerned look as he brings it over.
He hasn't slept yet.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he hasn't been up all night because he skipped all night.
No, it skipped all night.
Be careful how much of that you drink.
I drink about half of it.
Okay.
Something.
You may want to get something to eat to have with it also.
Yeah. My phone is in the other frickin' room. Something to eat as well, Elias, if you be so kind. Hearty
sure.
breakfast.
Hardy, greasy.
Hearty.
You literally just ate a sausage egg McMuffin outside the keep like a minute ago. You're just stuffing shit away to stuff it away.
Yes. Well, you see, Carrick's going to go through the normal because Carrick saw what happened last time and he's going to make sure.
He'll get you breakfast served up.
Corvus is thinking. He is going to roll down the sleeve of his jacket and pull off his glove.
Okay.
Of his left hand.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look normal?
Yeah.
Or you
Okay.
got bit, right?
No, he felt the pain in his left arm.
Oh, okay.
He was bit in the back.
It was bit on the back of the shoulder.
Okay.
Is left hand the one you have the thing shoved in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right shoulder is the tracker. Left forearm is the shard.
I'm glad you're keeping track of your wounds.
And then
You have so many.
left back shoulder is the bite from the ass off. And broken right shin.
Yep. It looks fine, Corvus.
And broken rapier.
If
that we don't know about yet.
maybe a little bruise on your palm, you literally felt a reverberation of a blade being broken through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts itself. But at the fine cut, Gifton.
Hello.
You're sleeping with care. Your parents set you up a bed. Which you're now being sort of rudely awakened by your mother, who's come in, and she is busying herself about as if tidying up, but it's clearly in a rousing sense.
What is it,
And-
Mom?
Come to my hell.
Oh, good, you're up. Marvelous. Do you want to join us for breakfast? If you're up already.
Love to have breakfast with you. That'd be great.
Oh, good, sweetie. Okay, and she sort of comes over and leans down, gives you a little kiss on your forehead. Has got a lot to talk about.
Oh, great.
And as she sort of starts moving back out of the room, Ked just sits up and goes, "What's happening?"
Your danger sense is proving you well, honey. My parents want to talk
Oh, no.
over breakfast. Here, put your pants on.
What?
All right, so I can cast a spell on you. I'll turn you into a bird. You fly away as far as you can.
I don't know if I can
Remember
fly.
me.
And he's trying to get his pants
And
on
I'm
like
laughing about this.
while getting out of bed, and you can tell he's still groggy, barely awake, not entirely sure what's going on.
You're the
Trying to
only
get both
one that
legs
can
down one
escape
pant
this.
leg.
You're the only.
I can't. Oh God! And he actually sort of stumps out of bed as he tries to put both legs into one hole of the pants. And
I'm gonna help him.
yeah.
We're gonna get dressed.
And get yourselves downstairs.
We'll go
Yeah.
downstairs.
And it's a little strange because like there is like this own. It's not really a house. It's a made box that's being set up essentially.
I thought it was like a dresser that got converted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
But it's very blocky. It's not
Mhm.
ornate like a house, but it is a feels like more of a real living place than a lot of the places your other brownies living in back in Tarnstead.
Oh yeah, this is actually done up. Somebody actually helped fix this up. So
yeah, they're not having to work around nails stuck into walls, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like a mini home. A little bit of a glimpse of the future of what you might have, perhaps.
Yeah.
It's even more done up than the dresser in the Fardo.
Yep.
And but
Mom loves it, I'm sure.
breakfast is not being done in here.
No, it's being done downstairs.
Yep,
probably.
it's being done down the real stairs with the real big peoples.
Mm-hmm.
But you are able to get on down there, and Edwards sort of gives you and Kara wave as you come on in, and he's the one cooking.
Hey, Edward.
Good morning. I have been told that I should go run some errands this morning.
Oh, I give him that look of you abandoned me
Yes.
in my hour of need.
But I thought I'd do you a kindness and make you a nice meal before I left.
All right. Oh, thank you so much, Edward.
Yeah. And you see him.
And thank you again for taking my family into your household. We really appreciate that.
And I appreciate being chased out of it on busy mornings. He says with a wry grin. And you are able to get up onto the table where your mother and father already have their own little sort of placing set. And he has just cooked a great big piece of looks like fried bread with an egg in the middle of it.
Oh, that's nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can actually dip that egg in the bread, and that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
that's not a scale problem at all. It's fine.
Yeah, not a scale problem at all.
No, we'll watch him go.
Yeah. And your mother beams at you as you come on up.
Hi.
And your father sort of okay, so I may have mentioned the plans a bit more.
Oh, about us maybe staying up here for a while? Is that okay?
Well, we were talking about the whole stay or go down with you thing. Mm-hmm. And I thought we should talk a little more in depth about it.
Yeah.
So?
I mean, we could also maybe all go move up to Winden. That's always an option. But I really like it here.
Oh, here's much better, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember pros and cons? You know, pros of going out, we get to find stuff. Cons of going out, we might get caught. Remember that, darling?
Yeah.
I thought maybe we would do that.
Pro of going down, maybe? Make sure we have more than a year?
Pardon?
There's a lot of stuff I don't tell you that's going on.
Oh, why don't you tell me? I'm here to listen.
Are you really here to listen? Because you look like you're just gonna get mad.
I promise you I won't get mad. The most trap word any parent ever says.
Okay, so flipping the wings out. Because I haven't done that yet. So, been through some things.
There's that slight contortion of her face of like trying not to react, that fixed smile.
Been through some things. Remember how I was working for Our Lady?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know how I kind of called that cute little ball of light yesterday, Ricky, like my brother, right? Well, there's this whole thing with the Fae that nobody wants you to know about. That we're based on angels, Mom. And what happened is, you see, the gods killed our god, and we fell, and that's why we're weird.
The best choice of the ending words there.
And I helped the little goddess that got locked up in the remains of our god And she gave me a nice blessing to help me have a safe pregnancy, which that was sweet, but apparently has gone a little farther than expected. And when I did that, I purified a bunch of things, like the big bad hole that was down there. Apparently that was her corpse, and it was trying to suck us all back into whatever. Anyway, I purified it, and there's like a heaven now for us and stuff. And I got these, and anyway, the gods are kind of pissed.
There's a few moments of silence that follow that.
So, I don't really think I should be in a big town with lots of churches.
And then your father goes, so pros for moving down? Shh. Your mother sort of snaps at him. And we're not doing pros and cons. What was?
You just said we were doing pros and cons.
No, that was before. Then you said the gods were angry. What?
The gods apparently, like, anyway, they took my friend that's been helping me figure all this out, and they've got him locked up in, like, angel jail, and I don't know, they might kill him or something, I don't know, and we're just kind of waiting out, trying to see what happens, and Ricky's, like, his little friend, and so he's with us right now, and we're kind of hiding Ricky. But then when we got to town, when I came into town, remember how I said that we didn't quite come right away? As soon as we got to town, a bunch of angels were right there, Mom, and they're hiding all over the place. There could be one in the room right now. There's this one called Zachiel. She's really nice. Anyway, she's an Illan one. And there's also Lamiel, and he's from, like, Imor, and, anyway, but they're all around town, apparently just, like, watching us, because there's this big trial going on up in the heavens, and I don't know, Mom, I just don't feel safe anywhere right now, and I kind of just want to go way out in the woods and hide.
Okay, pros for going down south, away from all of that nonsense.
Yes.
Oh, so we're doing pros and cons. Shh.
But, I mean, I could tell you a lot more about it, but the more I tell you, the more likely that they might hurt you because they think you know too much, because it's kind of one of those things of they don't want mortals to know about the fact that all this is going on.
They can try. Well,
I mean,
okay,
even if I did tell anybody, they just think I'm a heretic and that I'm against the gods because I'm a goddamn fae.
Oh, they can go stuff their beliefs. Right, stop packing our bags. She says, turning to your father, who looks a little surprised.
But I mean, we can take our time on this. We don't have to leave right away. We just, you know.
They said there might be an angel in the room.
There might be, but there could also not be. Fae fire. Is there anything in the room?
Where are you putting it?
You just glitter bomb the room.
I just glitter bomb. How big is this room?
It's a fairly small room, so back half or front half.
You know what? I can cast it twice, so I'll cast it once and then I'll do the other. It's concentration, so I have to let it go.
So that half the room glows, and then that half of the room glows. There doesn't seem to be anything there.
I have no idea, Mom. I don't think anybody's in here.
But why wouldn't we leave now then?
Well, I mean, everybody's trying to, let their people they know what's going on and move them south careful, And also, we should set up something safe because I'm pregnant. This is you can't just rush into this.
You're right.
We can't just dive into this. We just have to be careful, And I mean, I might not get a place set up safe in time. We might have to have the kids up here. I'm not any safer anywhere else. And I mean, we go down there. There'll be a bunch of all the Warforged, Mom, are people from the Fae. All of them. They're just souls that got ripped out and jammed in there. They were old worshippers.
That's horrible.
I know, and they want to pretend like they're rescuing them from the Fae. But they're all going to be down there, and they know, and they'll be like a little town of us, and maybe we could just be away from all that,
Okay, then me and your father, we're coming down with you. I'll talk to Edward. We'll get something sorted out there,
Yeah.
and if we need, we'll talk to the Capays as well. They can get something safe set up for you. I mean, we could get something safe to set up to go. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what to do, Mom. It's just, and also, Mom, there's something very bad that's gonna happen. I don't know when it's coming, but there's you know, have you been hearing about the Morgani priests?
I know there's one missing.
So we were chasing it around up in Winden, and Talia's dad, she's that half dragon that Carrick's with. He went crazy, and it sounds like a lot of the Morgani priests are going maybe crazy in places. I'm not sure, but Morgani is being affected by a first dragon that is trying to come back. She made dragons apparently at the beginning of time out of stars, and I don't understand. There's a bunch of hoodoo, and anyway, it's mad that it hasn't gotten to be on the planet in our world the whole time, so it's coming to destroy everything. And there's this thing we have to do, and something is gonna give us help to fight it, but it's gonna be in Beacon. That's why we're all gonna be waiting in Beacon. It's where it wants us to get the thing that we need to use to stop the dragon. But all the dragons are going crazy and attacking people and doing stuff, and it's not good.
Wait, is it safe to be around Carrick and Talia?
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Grandma Lynn's really together, and she's protecting Talia because Talia started having the bad nightmares too, and Carrick seems to be just resistant somehow. He seems like he's doing okay. But they apparently start having really bad nightmares, and then they do stuff, and I guess Talia's dad like cut out his like mouth and like stabbed himself, and it was really upsetting.
Mother's just sort of covering her mouth.
She's a very poor, sweet girl. She's been through quite a bit, but we're just trying to get everybody away from all that stuff. But we have to be down in Beacon to get it. So I'd love you and Dad to come, but I know that the shop's a good thing and you like it, and
I like it, but I love you and I care about you, so we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure you're safe and
go over
your children.
All your grandchildren.
He hugs you tight and goes, "Well, we'll sort this out, sweetie. Don't you worry."
Okay. Oh, and I also have to roll something because it's a new day. Yes! What, I got a wheel dice. I've only had one wheel dice. I have 3 woe dice. I needed a wheel dice.
Just you leave this to me and your father, okay?
Woe means I roll takeaway. Wheel means I add. So, what'd she say?
You leave this to me and your father, okay?
Well, I mean, it's all of us, right? So we'll figure it out. And I just, what a mess everything is, right?
I honestly don't understand half of what you're talking about. But
also, can you believe the feathers?
I can't believe half of what you're talking about or what I'm looking at. But they're very pretty.
I got these before the King's party up in Winden, and well, they were a lot more than.
That was ages ago.
I couldn't put them away, and I was really upset, and I didn't know how to tell anybody about them, and I was kind of ashamed, and I didn't know what was going on, and
you should have come here, or
I could. Well, it would have been months to get here, Mom, back then.
I'm not sure I believe that's in the way you're traveling back these days.
It was after like we faced Oberon and it was just a big mess. Oh, I didn't tell you that one. So just pretend that. So Oberon showed up in Winden, and he thought
the great
Lord. He thought I was Tanya.
Oh God. The the Fey Lord that killed our Fey Lady thinks you're her.
Yeah, this is another thing of the woods sounds good.
Are
But
you sure you want to go into the woods?
Con! Let's put this in the con column. Oberon. He is very interesting.
Oh no. Okay.
He called me a cheeky little meek.
He what?
I know.
Oh,
I didn't know you would have boxed his ears.
I'd be half tempted to.
That's why Cassie lost her arm. You notice Cassie doesn't have an arm there now, right?
Yes, I didn't know if that was polite to bring up.
Yeah, she decided when she saw Oberon to just run right at him and tried to lay into him.
Oh, lords and ladies. Oh, no.
Yeah. And after that, I was basically luring him around in a big circle while everybody ran around trying to close the thing.
Okay, so we definitely need to get you settled down away from all of this nonsense.
Yeah, I'm on board with this. Anyway, I think we're staying a few more days to just get things settled, and then we're gonna start heading south again. But I should be able to come back up here. I think I have a few weeks left of being able to move us around, so maybe
but a few days, you said? Then we will get things settled here, and we will be coming with you.
Okay, Mom.
She nods firmly as if, yes, that is it.
Yes, I have lost this. I lost this argument.
Mm-hmm.
Was it an argument to begin with?
But
I mean, you won part of it.
Dad, do you remember anything about being rescued?
Not a whole lot. It was very groggy. I was out for most of it. Well, not out, but you know.
The one that brought you back to us. He's the one up in jail right now.
I did remember Giant grabbing me. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, he's in jail?
This
Yeah.
is where you point out that everybody's a giant to him.
Wait, the angel jail?
Yeah.
He was an angel?
Yeah.
I was rescued by an angel.
Yeah.
Not any angel either. Archangel.
That gear like is fantastic.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
And you're an angel now.
No.
He's looking at your wings.
Shaking it. No. The term I think they use is cherub.
What's a cherub?
This is where they get the dictionary.
Like what Ricky is what we are.
The floating ball of fire?
Yeah, apparently we're just angry balls of fire waiting to break out.
You have wings.
Yeah, that's abnormal. We have no explanation for that.
Okay. Well,
I also have arms and legs, which is different than him. But
Oh, whatever you are, whatever you're our daughter. So we are. Your mother's right. We'll take care of this for you. A few days.
Kids aren't gonna have wings, are they?
There's silence all around. Care looking alarmed. Your father looking like he's pondering that. Your mother looking a little worried. We'll find out, won't we?
I might need a midwoman.
The wife thing?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Do I give her a ring?
Maybe, but I don't want to share. Care says.
Oh, I'm gonna hug him. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Hugs you tightly.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Eat your breakfast, and after breakfast, I'll wait for Edward's return, and I'll talk to him about getting things wrapped up. And I could probably still do business, just sending it a bit further. And
I mean, maybe we can come up once a week or something like that and pick up orders, or
maybe,
do
yes.
sittings or something like that. It's just we keep the kids away.
And I don't like what your father's doing anyway. So him stopping, that's good. And your father just frowns a little bit.
I mean, there's going to be a whole town of people I want to keep an eye on.
He was missing for hours yesterday because he was not yesterday, a few days ago, because he was cornered by a cat.
Oh.
The best counter spy agent is a cat.
We need to give him a really tidy gun.
Did you get any of their whiskers?
No, I lopped off the claw tip.
Oh, good on you, Dad.
It's like fighting a dragon.
It really is.
Look, scale difference.
I had to fight one of those in the Landor house when I went in there for the capes.
You fought a cat.
Well, I didn't really fight it. I kind of ran and hid in a cupboard.
Okay, so angels and dragons is one thing, but going up against a cat, honey, you should know better.
Her perspective.
Also, if any actual angels come and talk to you, don't tell them what I told you. Okay?
Okay, of course. And your father just sort of nods.
Quick thing. When she's a big person, when she's in her human body, what does she do to cats?
Kicks them.
Gifton literally climbs the wall getting away.
Don't like it.
Don't like it. Same thing with dogs.
This little kitten comes up to Big Gifton. Meow.
Basically. All right. So
Yeah.
we'll have a nice breakfast.
Yeah, we'll have breakfast, and soon enough you can get away if you want.
What time is it?
It's a little after 7 at this point. Early breakfast. Your mother kind of roused. Actually, about 8 at this point.
All right. I'm gonna go out really quick. Hire some more people to go work at the Illan Church.
Yeah. Okay. So you repeat to the hiring of people.
I gotta make good on this because I messed up that place pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay, you can do that just fine. In fact, you even get some repeats there.
Yeah, I'll ask him how it went yesterday if I granted any repeats.
A lot of weeds. A lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of weeds. I don't know how that happened.
The weirdest thing, I thought they took good care of that place.
Yeah. But again.
Soon enough, you're able to head through the King's Mercy if you so wish.
I will, yeah.
RG.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you had a lovely night and a lovely morning. But soon enough, you actually do eat after having roused a while ago. And you see Marissa actually sort of hurriedly starting to get dressed. Oh, God. Oh, I should... I really need to stop just vanishing on him. What time is it?
Are you just going to kind of look out the window and...
Sun's about there.
Do you want me to roll an intelligence check to see if I can figure it out?
Time.
It is morning.
Somewhere in the morning?
Okay, great. Okay. Well,
I'm not smart.
It's fine. I need to get to the King's Mercy. I'm supposed to help open up.
Do you want a hand getting there?
I appreciate the company.
Okay.
And you can head on over there with Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So you've spent a little longer in bed. Just sort of relaxing. You can hear the sort of sounds downstairs. The smell of food's tempting, but the bed's really warm and comfortable.
Cass Cass don't want to move.
There's a little wrapping on your window.
Cass is starting up, looking at the window, slowly moving over and opening.
Right. Coming just sort of tumbling through the window is the rather surprised appearance of Michael.
Shit, Michael!
Seems to be in the last body you saw her in. Which is not looking good, by the way.
Shit! Sweetie! Get in!
Did you just call me sweetie?
Sorry, you're pretty.
What?
Get here! What?
Are you hitting on your mom?
It's morning. What? Cass is poking her head out the window, looking, and then closing it.
And she gets up, looking towards the window, sort of rubbing one of her arms, goes, "There's a lot of my brethren about."
Yeah, I've heard. And Cass is going to get dressed real quick.
Okay, so you put a top on.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Centaurs can indeed get dressed rather quick.
Well, her getting dressed is more tying up the mass of hair.
And she sort of stands there awkwardly watching you. And so you prayed for me.
I would ask why you're here. Yes, I did.
I heard you mentioned me enough for me to hear. I know it wasn't meant for me, so I am sorry for that, but...
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was concerned for you because we hadn't heard a peep from you since Winden.
She sort of gazes down at the floor briefly and just goes, I don't know what I'm doing.
What do you mean you don't know what you're doing?
At all.
No. All right, so you're just trying to move and live right now, then? Just trying to keep your head down, I assume?
Yes. I didn't think I'd be having to keep my head down quite as much as I did when I arrived in town, but yes.
Well, that's fine. Do you want to come down to Beacon with us? We can help you. There's a lot of people who would be happy to.
You have a lot of angelic attention.
Oh, there's a lot more going on than you realize.
Don't know if that would be safe for me or you.
Nothing is safe.
No, really. They would likely kill me, and they don't abide Nephilim.
Okay, so...
Do they know that you're my daughter?
I don't think anyone does yet. I've been looking... I've been kind of poking at information because I know nothing. I found out about this from Raziel, and there's nothing that I know of. I've heard the name, and that's about it.
It's not well documented because it very rarely happens. It's forbidden.
All right, well, if you can't stay with me, there might be someone who you can go with. I don't know if he would want you around.
Give her some money so she can do stuff.
So, I'm sorry, I can't hear that.
I said give her some money, maybe. I don't know. She looks like she's not in a good way.
But have you eaten?
I don't need to eat.
Well, if you want to avoid attention, you will need to learn a lot of normalities.
I suppose I could try that. I'm sorry for appearing like this. I shouldn't have come on.
Cass is going to hug her.
You feel her body tense up very, very tensely.
Michael,
just stiffening of muscles.
I told you we would be here for you, and I meant it. I realize that what we had said in the past, I'm not the kindest person. I have no idea what's going on with me. I'm just trying to be a better person now. And I'm sorry for everything that happened to you. I've seen things that I would love to tell you about, but I can't. Because I think it's safer if you don't know.
Yeah, she nods in understanding.
But right now, my concern is with you. I mean, we can probably get you back to Winden. If you
I
want.
don't know if I don't know. I'm fine on my own. I ran from you last time you extended me kindness. I am not used to it. But then I heard you and I just wanted to come here and tell you that I'm trying.
Well, let me help you. Because even if you don't want to be here with us, there are things I can do to help you make it so you fit in with people. Things have happened, and I have in my possession quite a large sum of funding. And if there's someplace you want to go, I can fund it so you can get there without attracting attention.
I don't think there's anywhere I want to go or I need to go.
I think she just needs your love, your prayers, honestly. I'll just say that out of character. I think that's what she
was
needs.
that?
I said, I think what she needs from you is your love and your prayers. She needs someone to ground her in, so she has nothing and no one. You're the only person in her thoughts right now. So
She's grounded. Send her to her room.
she doesn't need things. She's an angel. She can fly. She can go anywhere she wants to be in an instant. But she has no purpose. She has no people. She has you got her attention because you said something really sweet on behalf of her. You did another outpouring of love, and that's what she's come for. So tell her you'll pray to her. You know, and you know that she'll find her path.
My mind is right now shut.
Sorry.
Michael, I will do what I can to help you. You just need to let me know. But I have a question for you.
Yes. What is it?
And there is. I just wanted to know if you. Weeks ago, you may have heard, you may have not, but my mother, Serendipity, is dead.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. But where the time it happened, you were still trapped in the sword. But I'm curious, did you hear that?
Hear her die?
Hear her call out, because I think she was trying to rouse you to make a deal, as Raziel put it, to try and save the ship.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
Oh, I figured you wouldn't have been able to because you were trapped. But it gives me some information that I can talk to my brother, because
Father.
Huh?
Father, is he alive?
He's gone as well.
You actually see her sort of close her eyes and just lower her head a bit.
Oh, she liked your dad.
They were both on the airship when it was drugged down by a Leviathan.
Leviathan?
There is a person we're after who gained a blessing from another god because she was trying to create a hero to help her out of her prison. And he has kind of gone off the path. And he has started waging a war.
Is
Person
he
who
the one that? He's the one that. Is he the master of this Leviathan?
I don't know if he's the master, but he may have had something to do with getting its attention and getting its aid.
Then tell me where he is. Tell me his name.
We don't know where he is, but we're on a mission from the god that empowered him to stop. But she wants him back.
His name then. And you see she's balling her fists, and there is crackling Yes.
Cass is putting her hands on Michael's shoulder. Michael, I understand. I want to stomp him into a bloody paste. But Hea asked us to send him home. She wants him to go to Sahar.
I cared for your father, yes, like she did.
And I love my father too. But at this point, there are much, much bigger things.
I'm sick of bigger things.
The end of the world has happened. And it was subverted. And Cass is just locking eyes with her when she says this. Hea saved everyone. I owe it to her to try and fulfill her one request. And it wasn't a promise, it was a request. It was a mother asking for her son to be brought home.
Fine. But there are bigger things at work, you say. I have suffered for bigger things. I have fallen for bigger things I didn't even understand. And that angelic friend of yours made me suffer for bigger things.
And he is suffering right now, too.
I don't care if he's suffering. I don't care. I'm just saying sometimes the bigger things don't matter.
The gods have taken him. That's why there's so many angels. They're watching us because we know him.
Wish I could offer my pity. I have none.
I'm not going to fault you for that. I won't. But at this very moment, my father's legacy still lives on in both myself and Cirrus. You care for him, care for us, care for Cirrus, because he is lost right now. I escaped from the Steel Shot Company through the actions of my father. He could not. The Steel Shot Company was the only thing he knew, and he does not know where he is going right now. I want to care for him, but he doesn't want me near him.
What would you like me to do? Watch over him?
If you would watch over him, if nothing else, he can help you help him. You help each other.
Then I will watch him.
I have so much regret not being there for them, and there's nothing I can do to resolve it. But right now, we are going to eventually find Scrim, and we are going to take him apart. And when we do, if I cannot stop him and send him home,
we gave her part of a name.
We are going to end him. And if it comes to that, I will call for you. But only if it comes to that point. Hea has asked for mercy for him. I have asked Orlin for mercy for you. Will you grant me this chance to show mercy to him?
There's a sort of wry, sardonic smile on her face. Just no promises, only requests that are heard.
I cannot ask you for a promise. I will not ask you to make a deal. I just ask you to give me the chance.
We will see. And I will watch your brother for you. And maybe if he manages to find what he's doing, I can find what I'm trying to do.
Well, before you go, if you want, you can join us for breakfast. We'll be heading out of town here shortly, or we'll be heading to Winden shortly. And is anyone still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're talking, Toby, so everyone's being polite.
Okay. No. I just had all my power stop.
Oh.
Well,
So I didn't know if it disconnected.
Yeah.
So, okay.
No, you're good.
We can get you to Wyndon, and then you can find him on the road to Sadur.
You don't need to get me anywhere. I know what he looks like. I can find him.
Michael having this wry smile of Cassie really doesn't understand how I work. I'm gonna teleport to that boy.
Although I do have one small request.
Yes.
Can I use the door?
The door? Yes.
What?
It's not the most dignified entrance.
I won't tell anyone if you don't tell anyone.
Oh, she fell through
Just
the
nods a
window.
bit.
Well, let's head downstairs. If you want, you can hang around for breakfast. I don't know if Beal is around, or if you want to talk to Beal.
You're a servant of... No, I would rather not, thank you.
I don't.
I will be on my way.
Well, let me take you to the. Let me open the door, and I'm going. She's going to crack the door. Michael, stay in touch, and I'll
Right.
send my love to you. And Cass is going to hug her again. Be safe, please.
She very awkwardly returns that sort of one-armed hug. Just around, smaller you back.
And then she's going to whisper into Michael's ear. And by the way, if you see Oberon or whatever his name is, just slap him for me.
Oh,
But
Faye?
only if you find him. Only if you find him. Only if he comes at you.
I will
Don't go
not.
looking for him.
I will not be looking for any Fae. And going into the Fae world for my kind is a death sentence.
Cassie's gonna wave one arm and go, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, Cass is going to wave and go, yeah, I know. I've thrown down with him.
Hothead, right? Okay. And she will actually start going downstairs, although she looks a little confused at first, sticking her head out. Telday, you're still in the hallway, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I feel really bad for Rick Bill. He has a little autograph book, and none of the angels are signing it.
No one said that.
They're like, no, I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah, Telday. You see a strange woman poking her head out of Cassie's room.
Sudden shot to attention, hand to hilt of moon touched saber.
Okay, Cass, you suddenly see her fist balling and lightning crackling up along her arm.
Nope. Cass is going to shimmy past. Oh, hi, Tilde. We'll talk to you later, Mom.
Yeah.
Mm,
Immediately relax.
that one looks strange. What? Right. And she was sort of slowly, like, almost pushing up against the wall opposite you. Tilde move past, eyeing
It
you
is nice to
warily.
meet you.
And you.
Perhaps
And-
we can speak again.
Perhaps. And then she is going
Darting
downstairs.
out that door.
Yeah.
And Cass is going to wave to Tilde and walk downstairs with.
She seems nice.
As she heads downstairs, yeah, Carrick. For a moment, you think Teddy's coming downstairs, because there's only one person left up there that could make that kind of footfall. Although, no, it's not. It's not Teddy. The strange lady coming downstairs, followed by Cass.
Carrick saw her when we were.
Has
Yeah.
Carrick seen that?
Yeah.
Yes, Carrick has. Yeah, Carrick. Michael. It's coming downstairs, followed by Cass.
It is one of those days.
Just wave politely at her.
And she gives you a firm nod, and she seems to be marching straight for the door. Elias is like, Miss, can I help you? What's happening?
Cass is going to break off and just go over to Elias. Oh, don't worry, she's with me.
Right. Okay.
Why is she like bristling with electricity? That's just weird.
No, she's not now.
Corvus
weird vision.
just kind of sees
Corvus, you look up and
Tesla
you see-
sparks.
No, Corvus, you look up and you see angelic form.
Ah!
Oh, is he seeing the actual three-headed Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. A
Not-
weird, strange impression of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're probably mostly seeing foot.
No, he's seeing a
Ah.
strange gathering of the entire thing it suggested around the form.
Mm.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god, that would be. I'm just imagining all the parts are attached where they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
No, I imagine it being like second image. It's
And
overlaid
Mm.
over
Michael
Michael.
sort of opens up the door before looking back at you, Cass, and I'll keep in contact.
Karen Gifton at the door. Hi, Michael.
And Cass is going to come up again. How is Michael dressed?
Rather shabbily. The clothes are dirty. They seem to be rather common clothes.
Michael?
Yes.
Cass is going to rifle through a pouch and hand her a couple of coins. When you get someplace safe, buy some new clothes or come back and see me when we get to Beacon. I'll make you some.
She looks down at the coins in her hand before just nodding at you. Okay, I will.
And
Thank you.
remember, if you run into any difficulties with normal people, just tell them you work for the House of Steelshod.
Difficulties. I can solve difficulties.
She solves them with lightning.
Trust me, no fight, no lightning, no explosions, no vaporizing people. If a normal person gives you grief, direct them to me. If it's
Okay.
something bigger than that, have fun.
You're gonna have the weirdest amount of lists of
Uh,
I
uh,
had a lady at a bar.
And yeah,
I
then
mean-
she starts heading down the street, which Gifton, you and Kara are coming up along the opposite direction.
Oh, hi, Michael.
She briefly looks down at you, sort of, in Kare's hands as he's carrying you about, looking around for a moment, and then she looks up, alarmed, and she nods at you, and then starts just hurrying along the streets. Just goes right past you without reply.
Bye. Bye.
Beyond a nod.
Cass is
Oh.
just looking out, sees
What?
Gifton and Care, and just kind of does the
What? Cass?
Who's wedding?
That was Care.
You can't see me doing the get in here wave.
But shouldn't we? Does she?
Okay.
And Cass is then doing the entire like flappy wings thing.
I'm gonna flap my wings because they're out.
Care will hurry along to get inside the King's Mercy.
Yeah.
That was
Yes,
That was
that was my friend.
your friend. Is that what
Yes.
we're saying?
Is that what we're saying?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look who.
Look,
Look
look,
who-
Logan.
Are we gonna? Hey, Elias, we're gonna take our food up to a room and talk. All of us.
Yeah, I need to get the food. The other
I'm-
dingus and
Oh, you haven't
And then
confessed
the door
dragons.
slams open,
Oh no.
and
door?
in rushes Marissa, going, "I'm sorry, I'm late. We slept in a bit.
morning.
Yeah, we slept in a bit. And yes, Marissa rushes in, followed by RG.
RG,
Rachel just walking kind of pants off her bunk. Go, I can't tell time.
RG, let's get everybody upstairs and have a nice talk.
But the
Okay.
food's here.
The food can come upstairs, right, Elias?
I don't care. Go for it.
Yep.
All right.
All right, take your food upstairs.
Can I get some for Talia and for
I
the
thought you
pseudo
put in
dragons?
for already.
Were we given a key to Raz's place?
I mean,
Uh,
I figured I didn't have the food.
You were
Carrick
asked to
acid.
lock up. Yes.
Yeah,
So
And he never did.
Well, I don't know if
I
he
would-
never did. I joked that he
I
did.
assume he did.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carrick's
I
a
would
good
be
boy.
half tempted to give that key to Michael and go, here's a house, live in it.
Don't!
seems a
Raz
little
shows
weird.
up at one day and Michael's just
do
sitting
not
there
get Wyndon
sipping
leveled.
tea.
That's the issue that I was gonna bring out is the fact of she
Wyndon
isn't
will get
looking
leveled.
great.
All right, so
I
yeah.
mean, there's another issue with that.
Oh yeah,
The
just be
military
sure
knows
if-
Raz lives there.
Yeah.
yes, but if anyone asks you who you are, you're General Rozel's sister, Michaela Rozel.
No, you see, the problem
Trust
is
me,
if
he'll
he
love
said
it.
that's who he was going off to see, he's a bigger problem.
All right, so everyone's going upstairs.
Mhm.
Sam's dragging everybody there. We're all going upstairs into a room. We all
Bringing
have
the
food.
food
You
up.
got food for everybody. We give food to all the animals. Everybody's handled. We're gonna sit down. So, Corvus, where were you?
A lot of places, a lot of times.
More like, when was I? Smack.
Ba-doom.
Because you apparently told the Shire, went into the empty in front of the Shire Reeve last night.
I did that, yes.
And you went alone? We've had discussions that no one should go in there alone because you could get trapped or killed or chased or something. And we'd never know. And you disappeared for the whole night. We were doing sendings. I tried scrying. We thought you were dead or worse because we couldn't even find your body. And also, we can't get a hold of Lady Gentle. We think something's wrong with her, too.
Picks up the stone,
And you
puts
had
on
my
the table.
sending stone.
Did you pick up the stone?
You're gonna take the stone back. He's losing
I
stone
still
privileges.
I still have questions for her, but
Write a letter.
might as well just relay. Yes, write a letter or relay them through you.
Yes. This is your
So-
grounded boy. Yes.
May I explain some things?
Sure, but I'm just going to say, for one, is there anything in the room we should know about?
Looks around.
You see Rick Beale?
There's
There's a note I wrote last
pigeon.
night. Sleep.
No, there's no pigeons. Anyway, but okay, so there's
I thought we were
nothing we need.
saying owls and pigeons.
You weren't here for the owl
I'm
conversation.
confused.
You
I
weren't-
know.
you weren't here for that. Okay, so there's nothing in the
He
room.
just
All right, so,
points
'cause
up
I'm
to the
going
corner.
to warn you about the fact that Lucifer paid me a nice little visit last night.
Oh,
All right, so now go ahead and tell me what happened with you last night, because this is fun. Because it's hard not having the person who can see things around.
I'm not sure how to take that. The reason why I vented it empty because opportunity presented itself, and I did not want to lose that opportunity.
Was
It
the
was-
opportunity there was a wall and I want to cut into it?
No. I figured out is that I can see where I have come and gone, and also where the gentlemen have come and gone. A gentleman paid me a visit in that cell. I was wondering with William why I was put in that cell. There were eyes in that cell.
So wait, you
Looking
decided
back,
to
I should
use
have-
your cane to see where the gentleman had come from that came to see you in the cell?
Yes.
Alone.
Yes.
You could have gone right into the gentleman.
I was aware of that.
Did you go right into the gentleman last night?
No.
Okay.
I went into probably a major complex of theirs. It was like a library, a meeting hall, big books, lots of books. Before I left, there were some voices coming down the stairs. One of them was my original benefactor, is the one that came through the wall in the prison cell initially. And a very familiar voice of Dale Edmund. It seems that he is working with them, and they are planning something that they are preparing for and will happen soon. That was the last of the conversation before I left.
So,
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
You said you can see the paths that when they've been used by other people, like back and forth, right?
Does
Yes.
that mean they can see your path?
And they're
Most
that
likely.
can't be the one I'm worrying about.
It's probably a two-way street. So I used a path they had used, so maybe they won't think about looking. That is maybe something to give us a little calm.
When you left, did you
I
leave at the
suppose.
same place you entered?
Yes.
So you went back to the
Or
south?
you just-
No, I didn't go. So that's the next part of this. So
Yeah.
I went to the empty,
Hmm?
went through the empty, got to the gentleman, learned about the conversation that Adele Edmund was having with the other guy. They are planning something to take note on. That they are planning something. He is planning something, Del Edmund.
You're
and
reiterating. Okay, but what
that-
happened was the next part, though? Because you said that
So
there was a next
the next part was I was going to leave. And
was going to
leave.
So you didn't leave.
Not entirely. When I left, went back into empty, and came to the spot where I designated the exit for Dolford out in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Exit was there, but there were probably 20, 30, 40 other exits as well in the same location.
Okay, but I don't understand how the
Which
chain works.
goes
So right.
it goes to another thing.
Uh-huh.
However, the Azoth happened to be there.
Again, why you shouldn't be going alone?
Yes, but he's not
pro-con.
He is not all powerful in there. He is not all powerful in there. You can avoid him and you can attack him, and I think you can hurt him. Because even though his form, yes, his form is not consistent. It seems to eddy and flow on its own accord, but there is a central part of him that is solid, that my blade did make contact with, and unfortunately, opens the sheath. It does lead to some interesting results.
Okay.
Oh, the broken sword.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
broken sword.
Does it still work?
That's how do you get out with that broken? Don't you need that?
That's the third part of this. You can still get out. There's more parts. Still get out. Leaves a jagged scar where it is, but it does heal. It does heal. It's just not as clean as it was. Came back to Dolford, which is good. Entered Dolford. It was empty. There was no one there. Came into the King's Mercy. King's Mercy was empty. And then I had a nice surprise of seeing our mutual six-eyed dragon come out of the sky and land on Dove Keep. And then proceeded to level the city.
Oh, so you had a weird vision.
No.
No.
I think I stumbled into the future. Mainly because in the King's Mercy, where I went to hide from the dragon and prepare my escape, there was this. And he puts it on the table, the note.
I'm going to walk over and look at this because it's really hard to see otherwise.
Waddle over.
So you wrote a note to yourself that the dragon's coming on this date?
Yep. I have not written that note. I have never seen that note before.
We have to get everybody out of Dolpwood.
Wait, you wrote the note for yourself?
Yes.
How did you know when the date was if you weren't there?
Because he was just
it
there.
Was the future. And I knew I would be there. And when I was there, the next time around.
But wait. The dragon is coming to land here, you said.
Yes.
Why is the dragon coming to land here?
No idea. It may have to do with whatever possibly Dale Edmund's planning. Because soon could be tomorrow or it could be a year from now. Which is what that is.
Did Carrick tell us anything about what happened last night?
No, I did mention.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I did mention that I nothing but a note that I wrote while I was sleeping.
Okay, so nothing about the ritual. Got it. Just wanted to make sure.
All right.
So that's something that we're going to have to
bad things from the future?
deal with.
We got really worried about you last night, and I tried to make contact with the dreamer. Which, by the way, he is or she is a very big creature, like enormously big. All I could really see good was the eye that was looking at me. It was big and red and orange, and had this like when you looked into its pupil, it was like it was dazzling, and it had like this big long. It was kind of like a dragon muzzle, but really big.
Is the Carrick?
What are you creating, Carrick?
The eye I saw in the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Like, I thought we're a dream. Are we in its head or is it like outside? I'm confused.
No, they just call it the dreamer.
Last night.
And he's wrote a note to himself.
Mm-hmm.
That
in the
he
future,
can only
that's
write because he wrote a note to himself.
So, before we get on that and going back to what Corvus just said, and this is in character, by the way, does that mean that note's from the future?
Yes.
So, important question. Are you sure that the other stuff was now?
What?
Yeah. How do you know that the gentleman thing was now?
Yeah.
Because my blade wasn't damaged before going to the jungle.
No. The thing is you were following a weird line from a place to a place. What if you can do that naturally? What if it's not just because your blade's damaged?
Coincidence does not make causation.
Yeah, but
Corvus, intelligence check, please.
I just want to make sure I'm remembering correctly. Did you mention the dreamer asking about the portal and dropping the book, or that was no? Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just trying to keep in line of what was.
You tried to follow that line, and it became kind of tricky because it was muddied, much like that second set of muddied Dulwood spots you saw. And then the dreamer helped you find that line he followed.
Archie, wow.
And you also know that the last time the dreamers helped you try and get back to the right time, it really missed the mark by quite a degree.
Like a year.
That one wasn't the dreamer trying to help.
But yeah, it's still messing things up.
No, Archie, you do bring up a good point. That when I said the line was frayed and broken, it probably didn't have what the intended destination was. It was the destination of that time when that line was made. Yes. So when I came to the gentleman, Del Edmund was there in our pasts. Then I came back, counted the Azoth damaged my blade. I picked one of the multiple things.
Yes, just leaning over and putting his hand on his head.
This is way too much, but the big thing is, you said everybody was out of Dulwood. It was empty.
So yes. So
we have to get everybody out of Dulwood.
Perhaps
before a year from now.
A year from
It's
now.
the safe bet. I mean, if we can stop it, we stop it. But if we get everybody out, at least we can make sure that they don't die unnecessarily. If we can't,
If we get them out now, let's just say
if we can
get
get
them
them
out now.
out before the year, that's all we gotta do, right? So
Right.
Yes,
Just
if we-
before that date.
Yeah, a couple days
Because
before.
that is
but
a
we have
pin
to plan.
of sorts.
We have to keep that as a plan because if
Unless we stop the dragon beforehand.
I mean, we try to stop the dragon before, but if we don't
Divert it.
if we don't make sure that like we don't want Gifton has the most pained look on her face, like she's thinking about a burning that happened at some point and she does not want to relive.
Why is the dragon coming here? Of all places.
I'm going to.
And is it the dragon? Because there's more, right?
Perhaps we have contacted it too
And it's going
often.
to its
I didn't contact it last time though.
known location.
Hmm.
Also, you can thank me later, but the Dreamer gave you that book that allows you to speak all that angel stuff.
What?
What?
When I went into Dovekeep and was going to the gentleman's place, I was contacted by the Dreamer. He looked exactly like Carrick, had a bag and all this other stuff, and he pulled out a big book. And he says, I have to get this book to this spot, but I can't. And he was mimicking what I was doing. And he asked me to open a slice for him, and I did. And he goes into a little bookstore in Winden and drops it off.
It was in Dovewood.
Dovewood.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
GM.
some ladies. Yes.
Curiosity. I can't because
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember as a player.
Mhm.
Did I get that book before or after the attack?
You got it after.
Which tech?
You read it during downtime, I think. No, because
the
you
attack in Dovewood.
it was after because we met Rick Beale, and that's who I used on Rick Beale,
Mhm.
and we wouldn't have had Rick Beale before
Okay.
that. So yeah. Gifton's gonna frown a bit, but still, we need to get the. How are we gonna convince everybody to leave Dovewood if we can't make sure it's not gonna come here?
Perhaps our attempt to do so attract its attention and cause it to come here.
But if we don't do anything, everyone will die. I mean, it's much better to have the city get burned with nobody in it than have it burn with people in it.
Proof, maybe?
Isn't this thing basically like on the same scale as like one of the big angels landing and deciding to go away?
This.
It basically landed on Dovekeep, and Dovekeep was nearly collapsing just from its size.
Yeah, but like what I mean is like power scale wise. Isn't this thing basically
I didn't see it because I did not want to be out when it started to level the city, but
I'm not
it
asking
was
just you, I'm asking everybody in the room to because we all have an idea of these things. Like
Actually, we don't.
we don't.
We have no idea what the first can do.
The thing let out a very loud noise, then it sounded like the air was boiling, and then it just sounded like buildings were being blown apart.
I mean, it looked massive in the scrying I did, or the look I did.
You said you were at the King's Mercy.
I was at the King's Mercy when I left this note. Then I left, contacted
Where did you find the note?
in the basement.
Do you remember the basement well?
Yes.
Do you reckon you could recall any differences?
Yes, I just saw it just probably a couple hours ago.
Well, maybe you should go look.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
When I left the future Dovewood, I ran into the Dreamer again.
You do?
We had a nice walk chat. He seemed more confident about himself. And he started to make a little more sense about his traveling, and that I'm kind of doing what he does now, going through time. But what worries me is that he is starting to draw a linear path of us. And if that path is made, he won't need his mask anymore, and he won't need any of us.
That sounds
Mask.
really threatening.
That sounds really threatening.
Yeah.
Do you think he means bad things to us then?
I don't know.
Why would he
Or
tell you that
even-
if he meant bad things to us, though?
I don't understand his demeanors.
It might have been a confidence thing, such as a child saying, "I don't need your help to feed me."
I
You mean
hope it
training
is.
Wheels, maybe.
I hope it is, Cass.
Yeah.
Because the way he speaks, it's like, I don't know if that's a threat or he's giddy and happy and excited to learn something new, like his ABCs.
So, Carrick's gonna get up and go grab the letter.
The thing that he did mention with the linear track is that the more I use this and the more points of intersect that he sees, the more solid that line becomes. And I'm pretty sure that also means the other gentleman, because he knows where everything is with regards to our travels. So as the gentlemen use theirs, if I use mine, it makes a clearer and clearer picture for him.
And what do you got there, Carrick?
The letter I wrote last night while I was asleep.
Oh, we're all writing letters.
Oh, so you wrote a letter while you had a visitation?
Did you find out
That's a
in your
weird balance.
future?
No,
What does it say?
but I see the way, and it's not handwriting like I'd write. And
Wasn't
the reason I knew what that eye you saw looked like, I'm guessing exactly,
Mhm.
was the eye that I saw in my dream last night, and it ate all the stars.
All right, so the previous time I used
The ocular you saw.
no, the previous time I did it was in Wintercroft, right?
Yeah.
And then I used it here in Dulve. If we think that's
to contact the dreamer.
But I used that, and I only saw the dreamer. I didn't see the first.
Mhm.
I'm saying this in character. I only saw the thing. So if we're thinking that the ocular is what's drawing the first dragon, I don't think that's right, because it would be going to
We're
Wintercroft.
going to Wintercroft, right?
Yeah. So it's not the ocular drawing it here. So we
But-
don't know what's drawing it here. So,
But the dreamer did mention that the first is aware of this specific ocular now.
yes, it's aware of it, but I don't think it saw not with what I experienced. It was so different, Carrick. It was just so different. But it's just I'm just
mean more. What if it can tell when it's used? No.
I don't know, but I'm just saying my suspicion is the ocular is not what's drawing it. But if you guys want, we can go out in the woods somewhere and use it again. And just hope that it ends up in the woods in the middle of nowhere. But if we think it's coming here and we know it's coming here, we could fight it here. If we change where it's going to be and try to divert it off to somewhere where we don't have control of where it's going to be, we can't pick our battleground.
Oh.
This is where the angels could fight if we move everybody out.
That is
The angels are going to fight the first dragon.
Well, who else is going to fight it? It's not going to be us.
Why not?
Are they going to be
I
willing?
mean,
We have to.
I'm going to look at Zelda and go,
There's,
I've got an arrow that is about this big.
there's a little rapping on your door,
Go
Oh
ahead.
no!
yes.
Kill the raven.
and the door's opened up, and you see Raziel just sort of leaning on the door frame, looking tired.
That was
Yes.
quick.
No.
That is not a face I
Are
expected
you
to
okay?
see soon.
I'm quite
Hey,
fine,
you
my
out?
friends. With conditions.
With conditions? What conditions?
Unimportant. Your conversation's quite loud.
Oh, did you hear it?
I've been standing here for a little bit.
Oh,
Old habits die hard.
are you okay?
And he's...
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, we just wrote a lot of shit.
Do interference.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
And,
Your character just says that out loud.
He just walks in and sort of takes a seat on one of the beds. And I fear we'd have as much trouble fighting that thing as you, but you always have my help. We'll need to figure out a way to kill it wherever it's landing.
It's landing here.
In a year.
So you say, says he says looking over at Corvus.
A future self wrote me a note that said it was coming here to get everyone out, and then I came here and saw it.
You've
So
already seen that the future's not invaluable, right?
Yes, that's what we're maybe trying to figure out now. I don't.
I mean, we could try to divert it somewhere else. That's an option. But we saw in your future, people were evacuated, clearly, emptied.
Yes.
And that means that there would be no one here to die if the erupting fight happened, right? And also, we had to have been here.
We were.
Was our airship here?
Varda was here.
So we
So
had
we're
to
gonna
be
have
here.
both.
Perhaps.
You guys are gonna have both here.
You're rather attached to that Vardo. I'm surprised if you left it to be burned.
Yeah, good point.
Is it? I don't really know what the point is being made, really.
The whole, we probably wouldn't leave it to be burned. I was like, yeah, I guess we wouldn't.
Mm.
Unless we were making a point that we were there.
But
couldn't more of you have left notes?
We might have.
I'm not really good at writing.
I went to the King's Mercy. I asked around. There's no one there. Saw the thing come down. Ran into the basement. About to open up a rift. Saw the note pinned to the wall. Grabbed it and went through.
Gifty's gonna
So
misty
you
step
did not
over
look
to Raz
around.
and give him a hug.
I did not want to get incinerated. So no, I did not.
Perception check, please, as he hugs you back. Giving you that gentle little squeeze.
Could it have been
Ooh, good for Gifton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you still
no
with your,
guidance, sorry. No guidance. So 22 still.
Okay.
Yeah. He's normally very gentle with you, you know, but you can still feel that sort of firmness, that underlying strength that he's holding back. Feels weak. Like there's even a slight quiver of his touch if he's trying to stop shaking.
What did he do to you?
Nothing that I can't recover from. We have more pressing matters, yes?
Cass is going to pipe up. I'm glad you weren't here 20 minutes ago.
What? That's...
Our mom
I'm
was
sorry?
We don't mention that.
In that case, I'm glad I was not here 20 minutes ago as well.
And Cass, literally, when mom gets mentioned, we do not mention that. Ever.
And we're going up to Wyndon later. I'll take you.
In that case, I shall wait until then.
I mean, unless you really want to go on your own, but you look like you could rest a bit.
I would love to experience your form of travel.
I'd like that.
And
Actually,
just
I had to
translate
look at
the-
him once again, but
Having your trial?
Yeah.
Are they still having your trial, or do they just kind of go, okay, maybe put that on the shelf for now?
No, they handed down my punishment.
Mind if I ask what that is?
It's not important. It's dealt with, and we are free to continue.
I don't think we want to continue until we know.
Continue on what matter now?
We need to know what we're dealing with, Raz. What did they do? What is your punishment?
I really need your help getting back to Wyndon.
So you're basically stripped.
He took my wings. I still have some power, but that is most of my me. They, I was never properly fallen, so they felt it was only fitting that I
given
experienced
that?
my original punishment.
They made you fallen now?
No flight for me.
Other
No.
question that might be a little inappropriate.
Yes.
Do we have any avenues of support up there, or are we kind of on our own again?
I think we have avenues of support. My father had my case. So did Lucifer, which was a surprise.
Yeah, he
They
came to
are-
visit.
So he said.
Other question: did he tell them everything? Like absolutely everything? Did you tell him absolutely everything?
Oh gods, of course not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dead.
The pressing is, as far as they are aware, my father felt that his punishment was unjust, and thus he used a backup pawn, something he had in place just in case, which was me, to start orchestrating her release. And when I discovered what was happening with Morgani, I felt it was only right to come forward. There was no mention of our plans to deal with the other gods.
they just wanted to make sure that way, because they seem to really like talking with us. We don't screw it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because in this stage, that seems pretty damn important, frankly.
I don't.
there was mention of going before the gods and being present in your trial.
Well, I'm glad it didn't bring you up. Although, frankly, you are now people of interest, so if that happens, it happens.
Yeah,
Thank you for
they're
my trial.
Well,
Speaking of which, how do they do that? Do they like pull the soul, just take us up, body, everything up?
No, they will literally take you physically, yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take you up to Wyndon later and get you sorted. That'll be fine.
I
Take care.
actually,
You give him back his house key.
yes.
Archie, could you give him one of your spare sending
Thank you.
stones, and I can have the other one, because then I can help him get around.
Archie's just going to produce the other half of the sending so that Raz had to begin with.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you.
Is that no? The trip to Wyndham will be all I ask of you. I will have to.
I owe you a favor. At least I can do is taxi you about a bit.
No, I will be fine. But thank you.
Raz, I
Yes.
know you've been through a lot, but I actually have a question. You
If I
kind
can
of
answer
knew
it.
some of the more unusual things going on in Wyndon. What do you know about? And I unfortunately have so many notes I cannot remember the guy who we did business with.
Grumph?
Harcount.
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 What do you
Oh,
know
him.
about Harcount?
Harcount. He has been around in that city for a long, long time, longer than this. He sort of gestures that he's a vessel. He is immensely wealthy, immensely powerful, but rarely leverages it. Very private man.
He showed up here, and apparently he's got an eye on the Landor estate of all things.
What? What? Why?
I don't know.
That's how we're asking.
Kind of what we wanted to originally do before I discovered all of this.
It would be wrong to say that he doesn't spend his money frivolously. He does, but it's very specific frivolity.
Wait, Corvus.
Yes.
You said you heard Dal Edmund's voice, right?
Yeah.
Or as I'm assuming you've been listening in for a while.
Can't mistake that voice.
All right. Raz, I thought Dal Edmonds was working for you at one point, but I guess he's not. He's working with the gentleman, or maybe he's a double agent. I don't know. But call me a dreamy-eyed idiot, but everything we always encounter seems like it means something, because I feel like the dreamer leads us places that you need to hear and see things. Dal Edmonds was directly involved with the Landors. What if there's something in the Landor estate that is drawing the first dragon here?
That's what
That's
I
good
was
a guess as any.
thinking leaning towards a little
Well,
bit.
it was our original discussion the day before to case the Landor house.
Yeah, because we wanted to figure out
If-
what the heck was going on. But I'm just saying, I give that a little bit more weight right now because where did the dragon land?
The dragon land, it came out of the sky and pretty much pancaked Dove Keep.
Okay.
And then sat there for a moment, shot into the river, and just swept. Whatever that is. I don't know if it's like a beam or a cone or meteors falling out of the sky.
The Morgani Church isn't that far from the keep. I don't know timeline-wise if she was one of the first disappeared.
If something's drawing it, whether it would land directly on top of that, it's not.
It's the biggest thing in the city. Make your presence known. Land on the biggest thing you have to sit your weary legs on.
And you
I mean,
hadn't
I-
gone into the keep, so you could not say for sure whether there was anyone there.
No, I was.
To be fair, it sounds like you
I mean,
didn't have a whole lot
it
of
would have been a
time.
long hike across the
Yeah, it
mountain.
literally landed moments as I arrived, a couple minutes.
Okay, so that's something to know. But I mean, if we can't figure out what it's after in town so that we can move it to a safer location, we do need to address the fact that we need to get people out of Dolvewood safely.
In that case, might I suggest that be left to me?
Yeah, I think you could probably.
Sounds like
You're
a good
still
idea
a
to me.
general.
That. Yeah.
Frankly, we may want to leave. Not immediately in the days prior, but close to the event. It's
Yes.
people are complicated and will not move for something that they imagine is a year or plus out. It may as well not exist.
We need to give them like a week's notice or less. That something's
Yes.
coming. Something that they need to not be here for.
Not enough time for the country to reinforce,
You
but enough time to.
Oh
get
no,
everyone
House Capet's gonna lose so much.
We
I
move
mean,
on.
Maybe.
everyone's gonna lose so much. This is gonna be bad.
Then
Moving
perhaps we
vegan.
have to try and smooth the Dragon's Landing. We'll try and figure that out.
Yeah.
So,
the idea behind this is that the dreamer came to me when I was trying to go to the gentleman, led me to the gentleman at a earlier stage. I left, came to Dovewood in the future, recontacted the dreamer, and came out in the present. So possibly that theory does work, Gibson.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's what
It's just
because he clearly he gave the book to Carrick so that way Carrick would find the book so he would get Raz's attention, because the only reason Raz and Ricky decided to talk to us at all was because Carrick was speaking Enochian,
were you
right? I mean, that's
Wait,
how I remember
did you
going now.
What drew your attention? My attention to you, yes.
Yeah,
Corvus?
yeah.
which means he's
Did-
been playing you too.
Did you follow the dreamer to where you got to the gentleman, or did you go there on your own? It sounded
I
like
went there on my own, and then he came out right next to me
so.
and said, "Hey, I need your help. Do this for me, and I will help you."
So you followed and got there on your own.
I originally got there on my own, but then I had, air quote, help from the dreamer after I helped him give the book to you. Because it was kind of faded and jaggy.
So
Does Haya know you're back yet?
Yes, she knows.
Okay.
I'm just wondering on the path there if he guided you to go to that point in time, or if you guided yourself. Because it would make it, if he guided you, there's something else that would continue all of what's going on, I guess. If it was yourself.
He knows himself. That brings another more distressing thing. That means that the gentleman can also fuck with time.
Raziel shakes his head. They've always had some minor ability to have prophecy, but they've never been able to directly manipulate. This is very new.
Well,
He
they
said
the ability
the
to,
dreamer
then either way,
said
that's-
that I am learning what he does. And likewise, he is learning what I am doing.
Which does, and from my talks with him, I'm guessing I have a feeling I was the first mortal to talk with him.
Talk to him. Yeah.
So,
Oh, we had a nice conversation in there too. But
I mean, does
it's
that mean
just
that
very
they could learn how to
disconcerting.
do it?
Yeah. You all
I
mentioned
don't know.
I should check the basement. I have too many things in my head at the moment. I'm going to check on the basement just to clear us that up.
can you leave the note here? I want to take a look at.
Yes, it's right there.
Corvus,
Mm.
be very careful traveling. Time is malleable. You change things in the past. You could undo all of this.
Also, remember the rule I said: you don't travel alone. Also, you weren't around for your doctor's checkup on Carrick last night.
On what?
Oh yeah, one other.
You're supposed to check on Carrick night and morning to see if he's inhabited by the freaking dreamer.
I didn't realize I was going to go through time and space.
You decided to go on a magical adventure by yourself.
You did at least know about the latter half of that.
Yes, I did understand space, but normally when I do this, it's like seconds.
Gifted is folding her arms in
between.
the way that an angry pregnant woman does, that you need to just accept that she's right.
Corvus is already grabbing his cane and sheath,
Hey,
walking it
other
back
important-
down. And
Carlos, other important question. Brad,
yes,
do you know how they made the swords? More importantly, do you know how to fix that? And he's going to gesture at the busted ass blade.
Maybe
'Cause-
Raz.
That's
Oh
Ali?
no!
asking
Don't
Brad.
look. Oh no!
Oh, whoa.
Were
Oh, no.
those
Oh, no, what?
outside-
No, he's saying, "Oh no,
I'm saying, oh no, what? I'm saying, oh no, what in character? Oh no, what?
no! I don't know how to fix that."
Did they
Shit.
come from you, or did they find that on their own?
It's their work.
So
I mean,
but
that's also trouble.
here's something. I know what their quote unquote location is.
Does this mean all the Watchers are gone?
No, they're still out there,
Hmm.
giving a respectful distance.
Really?
Where?
Even
They are this time?
Zachiel?
They're supposed to watch and observe when a host of archangels come down delivering a fallen.
Oh,
They learn
is
to keep the
that why
distance.
Michael gave that scared look when she ran away?
I don't know when that was.
It was out in the street a little while ago. She just suddenly looked like she'd seen a ghost and ran.
Perhaps.
She was trying to pick. She was sneaking in here this morning.
But no, I mean on the street just now when she left, she looked like she
No.
had a fright.
No, she was climbing. She was trying to climb in through a window quite hurriedly.
No, I'm saying she
When
left the
she
King's
left
Mercy. When she left the King's Mercy, I passed her. Remember, you saw me on the street past her?
Yes,
She looked scared.
and I am saying she came in the same way.
If she had seen a host of archangels, including myself, I highly doubt she would have stuck around to sneak in a window.
No, I think she was
Well,
trying to avoid the others.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you stick with us, okay?
Not much choice, I'm afraid.
maybe in our trip up north,
You watch out. I might just kidnap you at Beacon, and you're going to be our nanny. I've got 12 kids coming.
I may have lost my wings, but I still do have a job, you know.
a tutor. It's a better job.
Hmm.
All right, Corvus, go do your thing.
He's already gone.
Corvus is gone.
All said and does.
I guess one thing I
You
can
should prod him to ask
try
Lady
to-
Jewel about that thing, because it sounds like that
Yes.
thing being broken is dangerous.
Yeah, I don't really think he should. Did he leave
Be
it up here?
using it? No, most likely
Or
not.
did he leave it up here?
No, he said he took his
No, I took
game.
it with him.
Damn it!
Yeah, he takes it with him.
Damn it! We need to take that
Um,
from him.
To the GM,
I'm ready.
I am looking over the sheet that Corvus brought in.
Mhm.
I have forgery kit and calligraphers. I am trying to figure out how old it is. Like, not like when it was written, but how old from.
So you want to see how old the ink on the paper is?
Yes.
Also,
Yes, okay.
is it all alarming to anybody that like Corvus left like about 6 inches of his blade in the empty with the creatures in the empty that might play with it?
Oh no,
I mean,
the entirety of it is responsible.
Okay,
No, yeah, no, that's
I'm
just
just
the
saying,
latest thing on top
I'm
of
just saying it's
a lot of
kind of
different things.
terrifying,
Yeah,
right? It is.
I mean,
Carrick,
a person.
intelligence check using your calligraphers, please.
Do I get advantage or anything from?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it just on top of all the other things that scare the absolute crap out of me. That's like,
So does
yeah,
Do you think it's pretty much like 2 days, maybe 2 days, 6 hours old?
wow, 2.5 days maybe.
So this was written recently before Corvus grabbed it. A couple days.
Okay.
My guess is he thought far enough ahead to know that he was gonna be coming there. Like
I mean,
he did, and
he would have
leave
known
himself a note.
to leave the. He would have known to leave himself the note because he left himself a note.
Exactly. But I mean, it could also have been given to actually get people out.
It could have been written after accidentally triggering whatever causes the dragon to arrive,
Maybe.
intentionally or not.
That means
Getting an exact date from the thing seems weird.
Is Raz in plain clothes?
He is in plain clothes.
Okay,
He's
good.
in the same outfit you saw him leave in, essentially.
Okay, good. Yeah. Just making sure he doesn't like have a uniform on and we have to like dodge him
Mhm.
through town.
Mhm.
Is
Yeah.
not having your wings? I mean, what does that do to you? What does that do to
I-
an angel?
It removes a lot of our power. I can still heal. I can still do many things, but we are reduced. And of course, I can't travel as I did.
Okay, but it's not going to do anything bad to you, right?
Not immediately, no.
Gifton's going to give a concerned look.
Is it
Raz?
reversible?
The gods could grace me with new wings, but I doubt they will.
It just means we save all of existence and they use those excuse to get you back in. It's fine.
I like that idea.
That's a good one.
I-
Maybe
I
Hannah
mean,
can
the
make you
alternate
some new
cease to
wings. That
exist. I'm
work,
not really a
right?
fan of that idea either.
Hea is very young, and her methods of creation are
You don't want wings from
Very
Hea?
different. No.
I wish I could make you wings. I'd make
Although
you
I-
wings.
I have a lot to thank her for already. I think her presence there is one of the reasons I'm still alive. I don't think we wanted a war.
I didn't know if you told her, so I prayed making
I
sure
had
she'd
not.
watch her. I'm not in trouble, am I?
Mm,
she
considering
was
the fact that it may have spared me my life, I think I will let you off the hook.
Okay.
She was
The exact wording we got was that a very angry child came up and started screaming at the gate.
Yeah.
Yes, it's maybe apt.
Zachiel was really amused. We had a bunch of Watcher Angels talk to us when we got here.
Oh, Saki. Oh, she's a good one.
Yeah, she's really
Zachiel
nice.
and Yamiel.
Yeah, Yamiel, Zachiel.
He's the one whose ass I kicked in the other time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we may not want to.
I
talk
ran
about
into
that
your
part,
brother
just-
at the Mirror's Church.
I gotta say, it was cool.
That was a bit awkward.
I may say, me and him may not have seen eye to eye, but it was a pleasant surprise to have him coming to my defense.
I'm glad he did. Me and him had a long talk about you.
Out of character. because I'm suddenly thinking.
He asked a very awkward question about you.
Has Talia met Raz? I just suddenly thought about this.
Yeah.
I hope Talia has not been in
Think
this
so.
room.
No, she has
No,
not.
she was
Sleeping in
at
her
the party, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she met him.
She's met Raz.
Yeah, she's met Raz.
Yo, I meant
I'm pretty sure she's
Raz, not General Rizal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she knows him anyway, and she's heard the story because you told her
And-
everything.
Yeah, she's heard us
What's-
basically discuss more candid Raz.
What awkward question.
Oh, he asked why I love you.
Okay, that is a little strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm immensely lovable. It's kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
RG's gonna hold up a hand and do that kind of wiggle back and forth sideways thing.
Haha,
but,
yes.
It's okay. RG's at about the same scale of love.
Maybe if I was in a female host.
Oh. Yeah, you actually, maybe. Yeah. You could be my midwife then.
I'd have your heart then, RG. He sort of says half-heartedly.
I mean, that depends. Current girl's got horns.
Oh, I might get horns myself.
And talk to me in 200-300 years. Right, we live that long.
Of course.
Razio,
Also, one more thing under the shit pile of stuff we've been considering that's terrible. If you didn't teach them how to travel like that, who did?
Something I've always wondered.
Because if it's anything to do with what's currently occupying the empty, the fact it's figuring out how Corvus is able to travel like that means that they could figure it out too.
I hate time. And what was it, Cass?
Just this is a weird question. Is Michael fallen, or is Michael?
She's
Just-
healed, so she has her wings, so she's not fallen anymore, I think, right?
Yes, that place I sent you to. It was a little old plan of mine as the store of holy energy.
Okay,
Really should have saved
Good.
it for myself.
Yeah, we could
I-
have had a kid and we could have had him carry you there.
Yes, it would have been marvelous.
okay.
We'll
Good.
just find a
And
different
she-
holy
she
site
isn't
and we'll
against
dunk
us,
you in it.
Though there is a problem.
What?
She's really kind of pissed at the moment, but not directly at you.
Isn't she always pissed?
Oh, she's a little more pissed.
What'd you do?
Well, she came rapping on the window, so I let her in.
Yeah.
Gave her a hug. We were talking. I find out that the prayer I made to Orland about her didn't get to Orland, but got to her, which is
You
why she came
prayed-
here.
You prayed?
I used some keywords, and apparently the prayer
got
got
my prayers,
redirected
right?
to her.
Of course.
Well, we got to talking, and I explained out the entire steel shot situation, and she asked some questions, and apparently she had feelings for Dad.
Oh, you were a love child.
Oh, so she's upset about his death. It's natural.
Yeah.
And she's aiming for Scrim.
Oh, that's
That's how
awkward.
Prince is the brim of his nose.
I have
You didn't.
asked her.
You didn't.
I have.
How did she know about Scrimp?
We were talking, and I mentioned
You
what
didn't
happened.
give her the name, did you?
Thinking back on it, I may have accidentally done so, but I got a request out of her, and hopefully she will abide by it. 2 requests, actually.
All right. Well,
One.
if Scrim's dead before we get there, I'm blaming her.
I asked her specifically to give us a chance to deal with Scrim, and if Scrim refused, as per our agreement with Lady Hea, I would call Michael.
Okay.
She
That's-
seemed to accept that, I hope. And 2, she is currently heading towards Sudur.
As they always slowly frowning.
She's
what?
going to keep an eye on Cirrus.
Oh yeah, we rescued her brother while you were
That's
gone.
concerning.
Something far more pressing.
What?
I feel hungry for the first time.
Oh, we got
What
breakfast
is
here.
it
Have
like?
some breakfast.
It's distinctly unpleasant.
Ah,
Huh.
I shall endeavor not to feel that way.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna
sorry,
get
get used to it.
drunk.
Oh. Oh no.
Sorry, Raz.
I'd
It is
recommend-
Raz,
preferably
you get
in
used
the
to it.
dark
Smiling
that.
wide.
I'd
Archie's just
recommend
gonna look and
trying
go,
to avoid
don't
that.
worry, Raz. You get used to it after the first 100 years or so.
Well, here, have some of our breakfast. We brought a bunch of plates. You can have some.
he will pick at the plates a bit. And this is actually where we're going to wrap up as we are running over time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang it! I was going to ask a couple.
There are
Write 'em
always
down.
one more question.
Write them down.
Yeah.
Write them down. We'll be here.
Well,
next
no, there was the big thing that I was going to mention to the entire group. Don't mention anything about me and Michael being related.
Oh, well, you can do that at the end
Okay.
next time. Just write it down. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what to do.
Yeah.
we're,
All right.
All right.
we're not